Chapter 690. Purifying the Evil Race. 1. The Evil Race, the sky above the palace and the ground. The Evil Race Saint Emissary saw the Righteous Path Alliance experts charging down one by one. His face was filled with fear as he slowly said to the Spiritual Pearl Elder, "Ling Zhu, have you given up on protecting the human race? How dare you?" The voice of the Evil Race's Saint Emissary rang out slowly in the air, but no one responded to him. The only response he received was the genuine attacks of the experts of the Orthodox Alliance. Aha! The dark soldiers below kept screaming under the assault of the Righteous Path Alliance experts. The Spirit Pearl Elder looked at the Evil Race Saint Emissary and drew a circle in the air with his finger, pointing in the direction of the Evil Race's Divine Emissary. The Evil Race's Divine Emissary felt that the space around him was sealed. Then, the White-Browed Elder and the Bull-Horned Elder came to the side of the Evil Race's Saint Emissary and imprisoned him. At the same time, in the crowd, Yin Jiang and Wuxia looked at the defeated soldiers of darkness. His mental defense also collapsed. Originally, they thought that the evil tribe's Saint Emissary could bring them a little hope. They did not expect that the first reaction of the Evil Race Saint Emissary, when he saw the Spirit Pearl Elder and the others, was not to fight them. On the contrary, he was indeed running away. Although they knew that the Evil Race's Saint Emissary might not be able to defeat the Spiritual Pearl Elder, they should at least go up and fight him. "If you do this, what should we do?" At this moment, the old man from Spirit Pearl came before Yin Jiang and Wuxia. The Spirit Pearl Elder pointed in Wuxia's direction, and Wuxia's figure involuntarily flew to the Spirit Pearl Elder's side. Grabbing Wuxia's collar, the Spirit Pearl Elder said slowly to him, "It was you who injured Lady Gua." Wuxia heard the angry voice of the Spirit Pearl Elder and the true essence that was gathering in his hand. She also slowly said to him, "Ling Zhu, don't kill me. Everything was ordered by Lord General Yen. It's true. I didn't lie to you. The lethal weapon, the soul-chasing needle, is in his hands." As a genius among the soldiers of darkness, Wuxia had not encountered any setbacks. Now that she was in the hands of the Spirit Pearl Elder, Wuxia finally knew how close death was to her. Yin Jiang had thought that Wuxia could withstand it for a while, but he did not expect that she would be the same as the Evil Race's Saint Emissary. At this moment, they were all thinking about how to save their lives. At this moment, General Yin burst into laughter. "Ha ha ha," the old Ling clan member slowly said to Yin Jiang when he saw him laughing. "So the mastermind is you. General Yin, I have already given you a chance." Hearing the old man's words, Yin Jiang slowly said, "Since that's the case, can you tell me why you did it?" General Yin would not believe that he had killed an Evil Race spy. The Spiritual Pearl Elder and the others would chase after him and kill him, and they would come out in full force. After all, this was not a small matter. It was very likely that it would empty the hearts of the human race. Moreover, if the attack did not succeed, the Evil Race would counterattack. That would be many times easier than before. The old man shook his head and pointed at General Yan's forehead. Yin Jiang's memories, which had been altered by the old man with the Spiritual Pearl, were all restored. Originally, the Spirit Pearl Elder had planned to let General Yin become a backup plan for the human race to plant in the Evil Race. However, now that things had come to this, there was no longer any meaning for General Yin to stay. I see. After recovering his memory, Yin Jiang said a few words in frustration. It turned out that he had been played in the palm of someone's hand. The human race should prosper. The human race should prosper. Looking at the Spiritual Pearl Elder, General Yin continued to speak. The human race had a powerful leader like Xiao Changtian, but the Evil Race had no news at all. How could General Yin still think that they had the confidence to win this holy war? Of course, if he had not touched that human woman, perhaps he would not have known all of this. With this thought in mind, the voice of the Spiritual Elder slowly entered his ears. "If you know, then go to hell." After saying that, the old man pointed at Yin Jiang's forehead. Then, General Yan's body exploded in midair. It turned into a black gas, and the shape of the old man's hand changed again. The black gas turned into nothingness in the air again. On the other hand, Wuxia watched as Yin Jiang was beaten to a pulp by the spiritual race elder. She also said to him in fear, "I've said what I should say. Please let me go. I still have my uses." Originally, it was impossible for humans to completely kill the evil race, because as long as the evil energy existed, the higher beings of the evil clan could use some methods to resurrect them. However, the spirit technique that the old man had used earlier had clearly purified the evil energy that Flame General had turned into. In that case, Yin Jiang could be said to have truly died, with no possibility of resurrection. Wuxia didn't want to die like him. This was also the reason why the Spirit Pearl Elder and the others were determined to come and kill Yin Jiang and the others. Xiao Changtian had given the human race something that they had wanted for so many years. A method to purify evil energy was simply a blessing for them. Then what reason did they have not to help Xiao Changtian deal with the evil race and the others? When the Spirit Pearl Elder heard Wuxia's words, he turned to the white-browed elder and said, "Cut off his head and bring it back to Senior. As for how to deal with it later, it depends on Senior's wishes." The Spirit Pearl Elder's emotionless voice rang out in the air. Then, before Wuxia could even beg for mercy, the white-browed elder's hand was like a long sword as he took his head off. After that, the bull-horned elder came to Xiao Changshan's side. "Lingzhu, what should we do with this person?" The Spirit Pearl Elder looked at the evil race Saint Emissary in front of him, and was prepared to use his spirit skill to purify the evil race Saint Emissary. The spirit skill slowly landed on the evil race's Saint Emissary's body, and the evil race's Saint Emissary also began to turn into waves of black fog. The evil race's Saint Emissary felt the changes in his body, and his face was filled with shock. How is that possible? Humans did not know how to purify evil energy. This was the consensus among the evil races. This was also the reason why they persisted in attacking the human race. After all, after you die, as long as you have some merit, the evil race's mighty figures will pick you up. But now, he felt that the evil energy in his body was being purified. He was on the verge of complete destruction. Sensing the change in his body, the evil race Saint Emissary opened his mouth and said to the Spirit Pearl Elder, "Lingzhu, don't kill me. I still have many uses. I know a lot about the Holy Master. As long as you let me go, I can tell you all. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible." Chapter 691. The Murderer was executed 1. In the dark palace of the evil race. When the Spirit Pearl Elder heard the evil race's Saint Emissary's words, he shook his head at him. "Although I'm very interested in what you said, it's a pity that you've offended Senior. Compared to Senior, this bit of information is nothing. So you should rest in peace." As soon as he finished speaking, the Spiritual Pearl Elder pointed at the evil race's Saint Emissary's forehead. A faint light slowly lit up in the Spiritual Pearl Elder's palm, and shone on the evil race's Saint Emissary. "Aha!" The evil race Saint Emissary let out a series of miserable cries. Then, in front of everyone, the evil race Saint Emissary turned into waves of black gas, and dissipated between heaven and earth. At this moment, the white-browed old man walked to the side of the Spiritual Pearl Old Man and slowly said to him, "Lingzhu, what should we do with these dark soldiers of the evil race? Why don't you let me finish them off on the spot?" Hearing the white-browed elder's words, Lingzhu waved her hand at him. "Don't do this for now. These people should be brought to heavens beyond and wait for Senior's orders." The white-browed elder nodded in agreement. Soon, the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance had also cleared out most of the area where the evil race palace was located. At this moment, the Spiritual Pearl Elder slowly said to everyone, "Since our Righteous Path Alliance is occupying this place, we should guard it. Wait for the arrival of the evil race. Let the evil race see the prosperity of our human race. Everyone present, don't worry. The rewards I promised you before will not be reduced." The old man's voice slowly sounded among the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance. When the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance heard the old man's words, they said to him in unison, "We will obey the Alliance leader's orders." At the same time, The Spirit Pearl Elder placed Wuxia's head into a box. Seeing the white-browed old man beside him, he slowly said to him, "White Brow, I'm going to present this head to Senior. We must build this place into our second line of defense against the evil race." When the white-browed elder heard the Spiritual Pearl Elder's words, he patted his chest and said slowly, "Ling Zhu, you can rest assured and go. After being invaded by the evil race for so many years, it's time to let them experience the feeling of being occupied." Thinking back to the previous holy war, who knew how many lower realms had become sacrifices in the hands of the evil races? The white-browed old man was furious. Now he could attack the evil race's territory. How could the white-browed elder not be happy? Not only the white-browed elder, but the other elders of the Righteous Tao Alliance also said to the Spirit Pearl Elder, "Ling Zhu, you can rest assured and go. The reason why our human race was able to counterattack the evil race was also because of Senior's credit. We can't let Senior suffer. We're here, so don't worry." Hearing the white-browed elder and the others' words, the Spiritual Pearl Elder nodded at them. Then, his figure turned into a stream of light and flew towards the direction of the divine world. At the same time, in the divine realm, outside the 100,000 mountains, the chaos ant crawled on the bamboo forest at the back of the mountain and seemed to have sensed something. He looked up into the sky, and his two antennae emitted a white light. Then, the old man appeared in front of the chaos ant. The Spirit Pearl Elder was shocked when he was suddenly teleported here by the chaos ant. Looking at the chaos ant, his eyes were filled with respect. He specialized in the Tao of space, but he had just been teleported here by the power of space that he was most familiar with. It seemed that Senior Chaos Ant's attainments in space were not just one level higher than his. I can't find out what level Senior is at either. If Senior were to attack with all his strength, the evil race would probably cease to exist. As he thought about this, the old man became even more determined to make Xiao Changtian the alliance leader of the righteous path. At this moment, the Chaos Ant's voice slowly entered the Spirit Pearl Elder's ears. "Old man Ling Zhu, how did it go?" Hearing the Chaos Ant's words, the Spiritual Pearl Elder also took out his jade box. "Senior Chaos Ant, this is the murderer who murdered Miss Gua. His head is inside." Seeing the jade box in the Spiritual Pearl Elder's hand, the Chaos Ant nodded. Then the two antennae flashed again. The figure of the Great Sun Immortal appeared in front of the Chaos Ant and the Spiritual Pearl Elder. Seeing the Great Sun Immortal, the Chaotic Ant said to him, "Perfected Deyong, this jade box contains Miss Gua's murderer. Take this to your master and see if he has any instructions." When the Great Sun Immortal heard the Chaos Ant's words, he nodded at him. Then, he took the jade box from the Spiritual Pearl Elder and walked towards Xiao Changshan's room. Ever since Gua Yurong's accident, Xiao Changtian had been taking care of her on the island. He rarely dealt with other matters. Wait a minute. At this moment, the Spiritual Pearl Elder also called out to Taoist Big Sunday. Upon hearing the words of the Spiritual Pearl Elder, the Great Sun Immortal stopped in his tracks, and the Chaos Ant frowned. Then, the old man took out a token from his pocket. He said slowly to the Great Sun Immortal, "Please give this to Senior. This is the token of our Righteous Path Alliance's law enforcement elder. I hope Senior can accept it. There are also some dark soldiers of the evil race. I wonder how Senior will deal with them." When the Great Sun Immortal saw the token in the Spiritual Pearl Elder's hand, he also looked at the Chaos Ants in the sky. The Chaos Ant saw the token in the Spiritual Pearl Elder's hand and knew what he was thinking. Then, he slowly said to the Great Sun Immortal below, "Taoist Big Sun, help him bring it over." When the Great Sun Immortal heard the Chaos Ant's words, he also took the token from the Spiritual Pearl Elder. Soon, the Great Sun Immortal arrived at Xiao Changshan's room. "Senior, the murderer who attacked Miss Gua has been executed. Please take a look." Xiao Changtian was resting in his room. He stood up when he heard the voice of the Great Sun Immortal. Then, he saw the Great Sun Immortal slowly opening the jade box in front of him. Wuxia's head was revealed. Seeing this head, Xiao Changtian said to the Great Sun Immortal slowly, "Great Sun Immortal, sorry to trouble you." When the Great Sun Immortal heard Xiao Changshan's words, he said to him slowly, "It's no trouble, Senior. There's one more thing, and that is that there are still some accomplices. Xiao Changtian frowned when he heard the words of the great sun immortal. Previously, he had been wondering if Miss Guo, a cultivator, would have any problems escaping even if she couldn't win. I didn't expect it to be a gang. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 692. Prepare to meet the enemy. 1. Divine Realm, 100,000 Mountains. Xiao Changtian paced back and forth in the room after hearing the words of the great sun immortal. Then he said slowly to the great sun immortal, "Perfected De Yang, I think we should lock those people up for the time being and see how Miss Guo will react when she wakes up." After pondering for a while, Xiao Changtian made a decision. When the great sun immortal heard Xiao Changshan's words, he nodded at him. At this time, Xiao Changtian also said to the great sun immortal slowly, "Daoist Master Deong, these are some of my new paintings. Take a look at them. If you like them, take them." The great sun immortal had helped him do so many things, and he could not let him do it for nothing. Therefore, Xiao Changtian took out his paintings and handed them to the great sun immortal. Seeing the painting in Xiao Changshan's hand, the great sun immortal said to Xiao Changtian slowly, "Senior, there's no need. It's just a small matter. It's nothing." After hearing the words of the great sun immortal, Xiao Changtian nodded at him. The great sun immortal's strength was really strong. He was indeed one of the best among the immortal cultivators. The great sun immortal also took out the token that the spiritual pearl elder gave him and said to Xiao Changtian slowly, "Senior, this token is from Lingzhu." Spiritual pearl? Xiao Changtian was stunned when he heard the words of the great sun immortal. Then, he thought of something and said slowly to the great sun immortal, "All right, help me thank that old man Lingzhu." Wasn't Lingzhu the old man who helped him save the poultry last time? He didn't expect this old man to be so kind as to give him such a thing. Seeing the token in his hand, Xiao Changtian said to the great sun immortal, "Elder Deong, wait a moment." Hearing Xiao Yan's words, Big Sun immortal also said to him, "Senior, what's wrong?" "Daoist Big Sun, do you know where that old man Lingzhu is now? Bring me to him." Xiao Changtian sounded a little excited when he said this. It was as if he had discovered something important. Then, without any hesitation, he brought Xiao Changtian to the back of the mountain. At this time, the old man had already left the island and returned to the border. He had just occupied the evil race's territory, so he had to go over and supervise the Righteous Path Alliance. Moreover, the evil race's holy lord could attack at any time, so he had to go over and hold the fort. When they arrived at the back of the mountain, the great sun immortal did not find the spiritual pearl elder either. After receiving the voice transmission from the chaos ant, the great sun immortal said to Xiao Changtian, "Senior, that spiritual pearl has already left." Hearing the words of the great sun immortal, Xiao Changtian looked a little disappointed. Then he said to the great sun immortal, "Perfected great sun, do you know where the substance on this token came from?" The few herbs carved on the token were exactly what he had been looking for recently. However, no matter which mountain he went to, he did not find any traces of them. How could Xiao Changtian not be excited about this token? After all, this was the medicinal herb that had saved Miss Guo from waking up. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the great sun immortal was also a little confused. At this moment, the chaos ant's assistance was transmitted over, telling him the location of these medicinal herbs. "Senior, these herbs are in the evil race's holy mountain." "Oh, the evil race's holy mountain emissaries? Daoist Big Sun, do you have a map? Give me a copy, so that I can go and collect some herbs." When the great sun immortal heard Xiao Changshan's words, he nodded at him. Following that, he drew the location of the evil tribe's holy mountain for Xiao Changtian, according to the chaos ant's instructions. He saw that Daoist Master De Yang had drawn the map with a casual spell. At this moment, Xiao Changtian took the map from the hands of the great sun immortal and said to him slowly, "Great sun immortal, thank you." Then, he saw the chaos ants on the bamboo forest. After taking the chaos ant with him, Changtian went back to his room to clean up. Following that, they headed towards the evil tribe's holy mountain. At the same time, in the evil race's holy mountain, an ancient tree stood in the middle of a dense forest. The 10 trees were emitting waves of black chi. On the tree, a pair of scarlet eyes emitted a terrifying light. This huge tree was none other than the evil race's holy lord. At this moment, the evil race's holy lord slowly opened his eyes and looked at the void in front of him. The branches on its body kept waving, causing the surrounding space to constantly tremble. Following that, figures appeared in front of the evil race's holy lord. Looking at these figures, the evil race's holy master slowly said to them, "I just sensed that Siebia's aura has disappeared." What was that? The evil race's holy master's words caused the figures in front of him to become restless. Following that, the person in the lead said to the evil race's holy master, "Holy master, do you know the reason?" When the evil race's holy master heard the words of the person in front of him, he slowly said to him, "I don't know, but I can feel a large amount of human aura at the border. My breakthrough is imminent. I hope nothing goes wrong." The moment he finished speaking, the evil race's holy lord closed his eyes. The people in front of him were all his saint emissaries, and the one who went to General Yan's side was the last one, Xiaba. After the evil race's holy master disappeared, Xia Yi and the others looked at each other. In their eyes, humans would become their slaves sooner or later. They did not really put the human race in their eyes at all. He did not expect that the aura of the human race would actually appear at the border. Moreover, according to the Holy Lord, Xiabia's disappearance was related to the human race. With this thought in mind, Xia Yi slowly said to the others, "Let's go to the border and take a look. If it's really some evil race causing trouble, then." At this moment, Xia Yi also made a throat-slashing gesture. As soon as Xia Yi finished speaking, the group of evil tribe saint emissaries flew towards the border. At the same time, at the border, the white-browed elder instructed the Righteous Path Alliance cultivators to build different fortifications. Then the white-browed old man looked into the distance, looking at the clouds in the sky. He muttered, "I'm afraid that the evil race is not as simple as we imagined." After the white-browed old man finished speaking, the group of Righteous Path Alliance cultivators could also feel it. In the void ahead, a few figures were slowly gathering. Those figures were also emitting an aura that made them feel fear. The counterattack of the evil race had arrived so quickly. Seeing those figures, the white-browed old man's expression was solemn. He said to the people below, "Prepare to face the enemy. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible." Chapter 693, Trapped 1, The Evil Race at the Border. The white-browed old man looked at the few figures in the sky, and the true essence in his body continuously surged. He was ready to attack at any time. At this moment, Xia Yi, who was in the sky, slowly spoke to them. "A puny human actually dares to attack our evil race's territory. They really don't know what's good for them." Hearing Xia Yi's words, the white-browed old man's face darkened. He said to Xia Yi slowly, "May I know who you are in the evil race?" Hearing the white-browed old man's words, Xia Yi said proudly to them, "Evil tribe's saint emissary Xia Yi, the holy envoy of the evil race." Upon hearing Xia Yi's words, the white-browed old man recalled Xiaba's words. It seemed that what that fellow said was true. Since these evil race sacred emissaries had come over, it meant that the evil race sacred master also knew about the situation here. Seeing the terrified expressions of the Righteous Tao Alliance cultivators below, the white-browed old man shouted at the few evil race saint emissaries in the sky, "I didn't expect it to be the evil race's saint emissary. Not long ago we just took care of one. I didn't expect someone to come so soon. What? Are you here to die?" When Xia Yi heard the white-browed old man's words, his veins bulged. Looking at the white-browed old man below, he said angrily, "So you killed Xiaba? So what if I am? So what?" The white-browed old man straightened his body and said slowly to Xia Yi in the sky, "If you want to blame someone, you can only blame him for coming at the wrong time and offending someone he shouldn't have." Ha ha ha. Hearing the white-browed old man's words, Xia Yi also burst into laughter. Then a powerful aura emerged from his body. A blood-red sickle appeared in his hand. He pointed at the white-browed old man and said slowly, "In this world, there's no one that our evil race can't deal with. I want the peace and comfort of these years. What has your human race grown?" Xie's figure shot out explosively after he finished speaking and attacked the white-browed old man. The white-browed old man did not dare to be negligent when he saw Xie coming towards him. The true essence on his palm gathered, and then a huge palm print formed in front of him, attacking Xie in the sky. Whoosh! Xie waved the sickle in his hand and destroyed the white-browed elder's palm print in midair. Then, his figure flashed, and he appeared in front of the white-browed old man, clashing with his palm. Bang! Their palms met, and both of them took a few steps back. Xie looked at the white-browed old man in front of him and was a little surprised. "I didn't expect the human race to have such a method. It seems that the human race can't be kept alive anymore." As soon as he finished speaking, Xie's body flashed and he appeared in the air. In the collision just now, he actually felt that the evil aura on his body was purified by the white-browed old man. To him, this was a big deal no matter what. In the air, when Xie and the others saw Xie's abnormal expression, they hurriedly asked him, "Xie, what's wrong?" They also knew that the people below were cultivators from the Righteous Path Alliance. It was not the first time they had fought. However, Xie's calm expression surprised them. When Xie heard their words, he also told them about the situation he had encountered during the face-off. After hearing Xie's words, Xie and the others were shocked. They finally understood how Xie's aura had disappeared. He did not expect the human race to have developed to this extent. It was really shocking. The human race could not be left alive. Xie and the others looked at each other and were about to join forces to attack the white-browed old man. At the same time, in the distant void, the figure of the old man with the spiritual pearl slowly arrived beside the white-browed old man. Seeing the old man from the spiritual pearl sect, Xie and the others slowly said, "Spiritual pearl." The spirit pearl elder looked at Xie and the others after hearing their words. "The holy emissaries of the evil race are all here today." Then he struck out with his palm, and a huge spatial palm print formed in midair. They charged towards Xie and the others. Bang! Xie and the others also felt their blood churn when they were struck by the giant palm of the spirit pearl elder. As the #1 expert of the human race, the spiritual pearl elder's strength was naturally not something that could not be bragged about. With the method to purify their evil aura, Xie and the others also felt powerless. Then Xie and the others looked at each other. Everyone injected their power into the sky and shouted, "Please, Holy Master!" As soon as he finished speaking, a monstrous aura slowly emerged in the air. Whoosh! 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 As if it was the punishment of the heavens, blood-red lightning bolts fell from the sky. Aha! The Righteous Path Alliance cultivators also let out miserable cries under the lightning. The old man looked at the blood-red vortex that was gradually forming in the air. He also exchanged a glance with the white-browed old man beside him. Following that, the two of them used their true essence to form an energy barrier above the Righteous Tao Alliance cultivators to block the attack of the evil race's Holy Lord. "Lingzhu, long time no see." The voice of the evil race's Holy Master slowly sounded out from mid-air. However, his figure was nowhere to be seen. At this moment, the spiritual pearl elder also said to the sky, "Evil race's Holy Master, it's time for the battle between the evil race and the humankind to end. Why don't you come out and fight?" After obtaining the method to purify the evil chi, the spirit pearl elder felt that he had the strength to deal with the evil race's Holy Master. "If you want to fight, I will naturally give you a chance, just not now. Although you humans have greatly surprised me this time, that's all. Since you guys are here, you guys should stay here forever." The voice of the evil race's Holy Lord slowly sounded in the hearts of every Righteous Path Alliance cultivator. Then, the Righteous Tao Alliance cultivators saw blood-red rays of light connecting under their feet. What happened? My true essence. At this moment, the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance said in fear. The moment the red light appeared, he felt that the true essence in his body was being replaced by evil chi. When the old man saw the changes in everyone, he shouted at them, "Everyone, don't panic." Very quickly, the formation cast by the evil race's holy master took shape, trapping the spirit pearl elder and the others within. "Lingzhu, enjoy the feast I left for you. As for your human race's human realm upon heavens, I'll reluctantly accept it." When he said this, the spirit pearl elder and the others could hear the evil race's holy master's smug voice. Following that, Xie Yi and the others also revealed smug smiles as they each assigned their own tasks. His figure flew out in all directions. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 694. This is going to be troublesome. L the evil race at the border. The array that the evil race's holy master had set up was operating continuously. The spiritual pearl elder looked at the other elders and slowly said to them, "White brow bullhorn man Tian, how are you?" The array that the evil race's holy master had set up was able to turn the true essence in their bodies into evil chi. As time passed, there was a possibility that they would become evil. As for the weaker cultivators of the Righteous Path Alliance, they had already been killed by the Spirit Pearl Elder and the others. If he didn't harden his heart, it would only cause greater casualties. After hearing the old man's words, the others also said to him, "Lingzhu, we're fine." However, when these words fell into everyone's ears, they seemed so weak. While the array corroded the true essence in their bodies, it also extracted the true essence in the surrounding air. At this rate, sooner or later, they wouldn't be able to hold on. After hearing the words of the white-browed elder and the others, the spiritual pearl elder's hand also changed. Then, waves of true essence flew out of the old man's hand and entered the white-browed old man and the others. "Lingzhu, you." Feeling the true essence injected into their bodies, the white-browed elder and the others also looked at the spiritual pearl elder. "Don't worry about me. I'm stronger than you and have more true essence than you. We've been together for so many years. How can I just watch you turn into an evil race?" The spirit pearl elder knew what the white-browed elder and the others wanted to say. At this moment, he was the first to speak. The white-browed elder and the others were touched after hearing the words of the spiritual pearl elder. Every single one of them was carefully studying how to break through the array that the evil race's holy master had set up. At this moment, the old man from the spiritual pearl sect continued to speak to everyone. "If there's really no other way in the end, I'll think of a way to get you out. Lingzhu, don't say anything else. Didn't you just say that we're together?" The white-browed elder interrupted the spiritual pearl elder. "I know, but I'm worried about the human race. If it's really as that evil race's holy master said, I'm afraid that heavens beyond is also." At this point, the spirit pearl elder did not continue. As he spoke, Xiao Changshan's figure appeared in his mind. At this moment, he could only place all his hopes on Xiao Changtian. With Xiao Changtian around, there should be no problem in the human realm upon heavens. The white-browed old man voiced out the thoughts of the spirit pearl elder. "Lingzhu, don't worry too much. Didn't you say that Senior is on the side of the human race? With Senior around, even if the evil race's holy master were to come personally, he wouldn't be able to obtain any benefits." Hearing the white-browed old man's words, everyone nodded their heads. At this moment, they had placed all their hopes on Xiao Changtian. As time passed, the true essence on the spiritual pearl elder and the others became rarer and rarer. At this moment, the white-browed old man could vaguely see a figure in the distance. Then he slowly said to everyone, "Look, isn't Senior coming over there?" As soon as the white-browed elder finished speaking, everyone looked into the distance. They saw Xiao Changtian carrying a bamboo basket on his back as he slowly walked towards their location. The moment he saw Xiao Changtian, the spiritual pearl elder's anxious heart relaxed. Since Senior had appeared here, it was obvious that he had calculated everything. If that was the case, Senior must have been prepared for the evil race's holy master's actions against Beyond Avalon. With this thought in mind, the spiritual pearl elder waved his hand with the white-browed elder and the others. At the same time, Xiao Changtian was holding the map that the great sun immortal had drawn for him. They slowly arrived at the border of the evil race. So this evil race sacred mountain is in such a remote place. No wonder I didn't find it before. Seeing the map in his hand, Xiao Changtian muttered. This place, needless to say, it was really impossible for cultivators to find it. Moreover, this place looked quite desolate. Xiao Changtian looked around and saw the spiritual pearl elder and the others. Wasn't this the spiritual pearl elder and the others? So it was all here. No wonder she couldn't find him before. He must have come here to pick herbs again. Xiao Changtian smiled at them when he saw them waving at him. These old men were quite enthusiastic. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian walked towards the spiritual pearl elder and the others. Seeing Xiao Changtian walking towards them, the white-browed elder said excitedly, I told you that this senior would protect our human race. Look, isn't this senior here to save us? Ha ha ha. I'm guessing that no matter how scheming that evil race's holy master is, he wouldn't know that a senior like you has appeared in our human race, right? When Whitebrow spoke, his voice could not hide the joy in his voice. When the other elders heard the white-browed elder's words, they nodded in agreement. Previously, they were still suspicious of Xiao Changtian. However, after Xiao Changtian gave them the method to purify the evil energy and the timely rescue, their opinion of Xiao Changtian had also changed. It was no exaggeration to say that the Righteous Path Alliance only needed to hold a meeting to discuss whether Xiao Changtian could be the alliance leader. The result would definitely be a unanimous vote. At this moment, the old man seemed to have thought of something. Senior, be careful of the formation here. They were currently trapped in the array that the evil race's holy master had created. He didn't know if Xiao Changtian could sense the formation from outside. If they were to accidentally follow them into the array created by the evil race's holy master, they would be able to escape. Then, even if Senior had great strength, it probably wouldn't be useful. After all, most of the primeval essence in the array had been extracted. No matter how strong you are, without the support of true essence, everything is in vain. After hearing the words of the spiritual pearl elder, the white-browed elder, and the others also realized something, and said to Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian saw that he was waving at him, and his mouth was moving. I'm shaking my head. I'm shaking my head. I don't know what they're saying, but I don't need to think. I'm sure there's some flattering words. Forget it, he would know when he walked over. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian slowly stepped into the evil race's holy master's array under the gazes of the spirit pearl elder and the others. It was over. Seeing Xiao Changtian step into the formation, the spiritual pearl elder and the others felt despair. Obviously, the formation had isolated their voices. Xiao Changtian had entered the formation without knowing. This was going to be troublesome. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 695. But it's not impossible. 1. The evil race at the border. Seeing Xiao Changtian step into the formation set up by the evil race's holy master, the spirit pearl elder felt despair in his heart. This time, things were a little difficult. Could it be that Senior was going to be trapped here like them? At this moment, the white-browed elder pointed at Xiao Changtian and said to the others, Look, Senior doesn't seem to be affected by the formation. Hearing the white-browed elder's words, everyone turned to look at Xiao Changtian. Indeed, in their eyes, there seemed to be an energy wall around Xiao Changtian. When the evil chi came to the surroundings, it automatically dissipated. It seemed that they had underestimated Senior. They had thought that Senior had fallen into the trap of the evil race's holy master. They did not expect Senior to be so disdainful of the array. He ignored him. With this thought in mind, the spiritual pearl elder saw Xiao Changtian walking towards them. Old man Lingzhu, so you're all here. At this moment, Xiao Changtian said to the old man with the spiritual pearl, Greetings, Senior. Seeing Xiao Changtian, the spiritual pearl elder, and the white-browed elder said respectfully. Seeing them like this, Xiao Changtian could understand. Ever since he had helped the people in the small town increase their numbers, the people in the small town were extremely respectful when they saw him. They all called him Senior, Mr., and all sorts of other titles. Xiao Changtian was already used to it, and he smiled at the old man. At this moment, the white-browed elder said to Xiao Changtian excitedly, "Senior, come here. I've been trapped here for a long time." Xiao Changtian nodded at them. This place was dark, and there were mud roads on the ground. There might even be swamps or something. Old man Ling Zhu and the others were getting on in years. It was indeed not suitable for them to wander around here. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian said to the spiritual pearl elder and the others, "Come on, I'll take you guys away." Xiao Changtian took the lead and walked out. The white-browed elder and the others looked at each other when they saw Xiao Changtian leaving. He also slowly said to Xiao Changtian, "Senior, you might not care about this place, but we're trapped inside and it's difficult to move." Since they were left with true qi, it was obvious that they had enough to support them against the formation. If he moved, it was very likely that the evil energy would corrode his body. If this senior wanted to bring them out, he should at least help them undo this formation. Xiao Changtian frowned when he heard what the white-browed elder said. He was about to bring them away. So why were these old men so pretentious? Could it be that he could disappear as he walked behind him? Seeing Xiao Changtian frown, the old man also stood up and said to Xiao Changtian, "Senior, it's fine. We'll follow you." The spiritual pearl elder glanced at the white-browed elder and the others. Since this senior said so, he definitely had the confidence to help them walk out of this grand array. Obviously, their doubts about Xiao Changtian had made him unhappy. Seeing the spiritual pearl elder stand up, the other elders followed behind Xiao Changtian. Very quickly, they discovered that the formation that the evil race's holy master had set up beside Xiao Changtian was like a non-existent one. There was no effect at all if they did not do it. It seemed that they had underestimated Senior's strength. This senior was clearly able to neutralize the entire array. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian brought everyone to the periphery of the formation. At this moment, Xiao Changtian pointed to the road in front of them and said slowly, "Walk straight here and you can go back." When the spiritual pearl elder and the others heard Xiao Changshan's words, they nodded gratefully. "Thank you for saving me, senior." Cough, cough, cough. At this moment, the bull-horned old man covered his mouth with his hand and coughed. Then he sat on the ground. "Oxhorn, what's wrong?" Seeing the appearance of the bull-horned old man, Man Tian hurriedly walked over to take a look. After examining the bull-horned elder's body, he heaved a sigh of relief. Fortunately, the bull-horned elder was fine and was only in this array. His primeval essence had been depleted, and he was just a little exhausted. However, this situation could only be resolved when he returned to the human realm upon heavens. The true essence in this space had been extracted, and they had no way to recover their true essence. "Let me see." At this moment, Xiao Changtian said to Man Tian and the others. Xiao Changtian came to the bull-horned elder's side and placed his hand on his arm. Sensing the changes in his body, he slowly stood up and said to Man Tian and the others, "I'm fine. I'm just a little weak." Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder and the others nodded. Xiao Changshan's diagnosis was the same as theirs. It seemed that the bull-horned old man was only a little void. He would be fine after going back and recuperating. Xiao Changshan's voice was heard as he thought about this. However, if you don't replenish your nutrients in time, your life will still be in danger. What was that? Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder and the others were a little anxious. Right now there was not much true essence left in their bodies. There was simply no way to save the bull-horned old man. If they were to forcefully inject it into him, they did not know if the bull-horned old man could save them. However, they would definitely die from the exhaustion of their true essence. At this moment, the spiritual pearl elder said to Xiao Changtian, "Senior, do you have any good solutions?" Now, the only person they could rely on was Xiao Changtian. The bull-horned elder slowly opened his eyes. He slowly said to the old man, "Lingzhu, perhaps this is my fate. I want trouble, senior." They were already very grateful that Xiao Changtian was able to bring them out. There was nothing he could do about the exhaustion of his true essence. He had also seen Xiao Changtian before. Xiao Changtian did not have any aura, and he could not feel the fluctuation of true essence at all. Even the Zhen Yuan in the world, seemed to have nothing to do with him. At this moment, they were making things difficult for Xiao Changtian. At this moment, Xiao Changtian said to the bull-horned elder, "Your situation is indeed a little serious." Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the bull-horned elder sighed in his heart. Sure enough, it was just as he thought. Senior didn't have any good ideas. Xiao Changshan's voice rang out again. But it's not impossible. Just a little sugar water will do. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. You're just burdens 1. The evil race at the border. The bull-horned elder looked at Xiao Changtian in shock. Senior, did you just say that you have a way to help me recover? Xiao Changtian waved his hand when he heard the bull-horned elder's shocked words. Of course. Although your situation looks a little serious now, I can still solve it. Xiao Changtian took out a cup from his interspatial ring. Then he put some sugar in it and poured some water in. Finally, he shook the cup a few times, and the whole set of movements was as smooth as flowing water. Following that, Xiao Changtian handed the cup of water in front of Niu Jiao and said slowly, "Old man, you should be able to recover after drinking it." Taking the cup from Xiao Changtian, the bull-horned old man looked at the sugar water in shock. This mortal sugar water, that he usually looked down on, could really help him recover his true essence. One had to know that true essence had existed since the birth of the realm upon heavens. After cultivating for so many years, the bull-horned old man had never heard of any method that could produce true essence. Then, the bull-horned elder said to Xiao Changtian in disbelief, "Senior, can I really recover?" Hearing the bull-horned elder's words, Xiao Changtian was speechless. Then she said to him, "Old man, don't worry, it's not bitter." After getting confirmation from Xiao Changtian again, the bull-horned old man gulped down the sugar water. Then, the bull-horned old man felt a pure true essence rush into his limbs and bones. Sensing the changes in his body, the bull-horned elder was also very shocked. He had thought that Xiao Changtian was just trying to comfort him and give him a good hope before he died. He didn't expect Senior to really. He could really create primeval essence with a cup of sugar water. Senior's methods were truly terrifying. The spirit pearl elder and the others stood beside the bull-horned elder, so they could naturally sense the changes in the bull-horned elder. Just now, the bull-horned old man had no true essence on his body. Now in their perception, the bull-horned old man's true essence was about to recover to its peak. At this moment, the spiritual pearl elder and the others looked at Xiao Changtian with respect. Senior's methods had exceeded their imaginations time and time again. It was truly a blessing for the human race to have such an expert. At this moment, Xiao Changtian saw the old man from the spiritual pearl sect looking at him with hesitation. He thought of something and took out a few more cups from his space ring. At the same time, he also gave the spiritual pearl elder and the others a cup of sugar water each. These old men were already so old and had come here. They still needed to be nourished. The old man and the others took the sweet water from Changshan's hands. They were touched. Very quickly, the true essence in the bodies of the spiritual pearl elder and the others had mostly recovered. At this moment, the spiritual pearl elder and the others said to Xiao Changtian in unison, "Thank you, Senior." As he spoke, the old man bowed to Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian waved his hand at them. "It's not a big deal. There's no need to do this." As he spoke, Xiao Changtian walked over and helped the spiritual pearl elder and the others up. Wasn't it just a cup of sugar water? Was there a need to be so touched? However, it was understandable when he thought about it. In the vicinity of the 100,000 mountains, the townspeople were poor to begin with. It would be extremely difficult to obtain such ordinary sugar water. That was why they were so touched when they saw him giving them the sweet water. At this moment, the old man said to Xiao Changtian, "Senior, we have seen your contributions to the human race, so I invited you to be the alliance leader of our Righteous Path Alliance. What do you think, Senior?" Xiao Changtian heard the old man's words, and a few black lines appeared on his face. These few old men were still so childish at such an old age. How did it involve his contribution to the human race? He was just a mortal, If he really had any contribution, it would be to cause less trouble. Also, what the hell was this Righteous Path Alliance? Could it be an organization that these elders created themselves? It seemed that the old men in the cultivation world were all very childish. Seeing Xiao Changshan's face darken, the spiritual pearl elder felt uneasy. Could it be that what he said just now had angered Senior? At this moment, Xiao Changshan's voice was heard. Old man, forget about this Righteous Path Alliance. But if you have any problems in the future, you can come to me. You know where I am. I'm in the 100,000 mountains. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder nodded. At the same time, he was delighted, even though Xiao Changtian did not agree to become the alliance leader of the Righteous Path Alliance. But they were willing to form a friendly relationship with the Righteous Path. If that was the case, in the future when the evil races invaded, if Senior were to take action, those evil races would definitely not be able to return. At this moment, Xiao Changtian said to the spiritual pearl elder and the others, "All right, if there's nothing else, you can go back. I still have to go to the evil race's holy mountain." Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder and the others were shocked. Could it be that Senior's objective for this trip was to make a move against the evil race's holy master? As expected, Senior still cared about the human race. With this thought in mind, the spiritual pearl elder slowly said to Xiao Changtian, "Senior, why don't we follow you in? Perhaps we can bring you some help when the time comes." Xiao Changtian glanced at them after hearing the old man's words. Then he shook his head and slowly said to them, "No need. I'll go in alone. If you follow me inside, you'll probably drag me down." Xiao Changtian said bluntly. These old men were trapped before they could go deep. Some of them even fainted. If he really went in, it might bring him a lot of trouble. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the faces of the spiritual pearl elder and the others turned red. But they were also very happy. Since Senior said that, it meant that Senior was definitely going to deal with the evil race's holy master. Only in front of the evil race's holy master would they be called burdens. At this moment, Xiao Changtian continued to speak to the spiritual pearl elder and the others. "All right, you guys can go back." Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder nodded. Then, they saw Xiao Changtian walking towards the evil tribe's holy mountain. Looking at Xiao Changshan's back, the spiritual pearl elder and the others suddenly felt how reliable and powerful Xiao Changtian was. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. The human race's expert is here. 1. The evil race's holy mountain. A figure was slowly walking up from the bottom of the mountain. This figure was Xiao Changtian, who had come to the evil race's holy mountain to pick herbs. At this moment, Xiao Changtian was looking at a lotus flower on the top of the mountain. Seeing this lotus, Xiao Changtian slowly said, "Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus, I finally found you." Xiao Changtian muttered as he sped up his pace towards the top of the mountain. At the same time, not far from the top of the mountain, a praying mantis in black was resting with its eyes closed. After a while, a spider came to him. Upon seeing the arrival of the spider, the black mantis slowly opened its eyes and said to the spider in front of it, "Midnight Spider, you're here. How's the cultivation of the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus going?" After hearing the Bloodshed Mantis words, the Midnight Spider bowed and said, "Lord Bloodshed, the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus has gradually matured under this subordinate's nurturing. If my lord needs it, you can pick it at any time." Hearing the Midnight Spider's words, the Bloodshed Mantis opened its eyes and stood up from its seat. He walked to the Midnight Spider's side and nodded in satisfaction. "Midnight Spider, well done. To tell you the truth, this Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus is very important now. Holy Messenger Xie came to ask personally. It is said that it has already involved the holy war with the human race. You better be on your guard. Don't let anything happen to me." Hearing the Bloodshed Mantis words, the Midnight Spider was shocked. A few days ago, the human race attacked the border and even killed sacred emissary Xiaba. It was said that the human race already had a method to purify evil qi, and the specific source was still being investigated. He didn't know what kind of powerful human being he was. He didn't want to meet him. With this thought in mind, the Midnight Spider nodded heavily at the Bloodshed Mantis. "Don't worry, my lord. As long as I, the Midnight Spider, am here, the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus will be here." Yes. Looking at the Midnight Spider, the Bloodshed Mantis had a very satisfied expression. She walked to the Midnight Spider and said slowly, "To tell you the truth, according to the Holy Master, a mighty figure has appeared in the human race. This is our chance to make a contribution." Then he continued to speak to the Midnight Spider. "Midnight Spider, let's go. Take me to see how the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus is doing." After hearing the Bloodshed Mantis words, the Midnight Spider confirmed its own thoughts. After the Bloodshed Mantis finished speaking, the Midnight Spider did not dare to show any neglect. He brought the Bloodshed Mantis and flew towards the direction of the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus. Soon, the Midnight Spider brought the Bloodshed Mantis to the sky above the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus. The moment he saw the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus, the Bloodshed Mantis was shocked. In his eyes, Xiao Changtian was slowly walking toward the Snow Lotus of the Holy Mountain. He was also holding a shovel in his hand. It looked like he was going to pull up the Snow Lotus from the Holy Mountain. The Midnight Spider had also noticed Xiao Changshan's figure and was shocked. Then, the Bloodshed Mantis slowly said to the Midnight Spider, "Midnight Spider, quick, follow me to stop this human." As soon as he finished speaking, the Bloodshed Mantis took the lead and charged toward Xiao Changtian. At this moment the Midnight Spider muttered, "I didn't expect the human race to have already invaded this place. It's really terrifying." As soon as he finished speaking, the Midnight Spider followed behind the Bloodshed Mantis and was about to attack Xiao Changtian. At this moment, Xiao Changtian also came to the front of the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus and saw the lotus in front of him. He was also overjoyed in his heart. It was not in vain for him to come all the way here. He had finally found the medicinal ingredients he needed. At this moment, Xiao Changtian saw a mantis slowly walking towards him. The target of this mantis seemed to be his own target, the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus. That wouldn't do. He was going to cook medicine for Miss Gua. How could it be snatched away by a mantis? Xiao Changtian thought so and took the initiative to put the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus into his interspatial ring. When the Bloodshed Mantis saw Xiao Changtian take the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus, it was furious. Although he did not know how this human came here. However, to actually take away the Sacred Mountain Snow Lotus in front of him was a great humiliation to him. With this thought in mind, the Bloodshed Mantis also flapped its wings and was about to attack Xiao Changtian. At the same time, he raised the two giant sickles in his hands high up and was about to hack at Xiao Changshan's head. In Xiao Changshan's eyes, it was just a praying mantis chirping in front of him. At this moment, Xiao Changtian also said to the Bloodshed Mantis, "Little mantis, I will take that snow lotus. You can find something else to eat." After he finished speaking, Xiao Changtian didn't care about the Bloodshed Mantis' attitude and was about to walk to the next destination. Seeing Xiao Changtian looking down on him, the Bloodshed Mantis glanced at him. This human had no aura at all. It was obvious that he was suppressed by the evil aura here. His strength had been suppressed, so how could he be so arrogant? This was simply preposterous. Then, the Bloodshed Mantis' eyes turned red. It raised its two blades high and was about to attack Xiao Changtian. Blood Sickle Dual Blades. As soon as the Bloodshed Mantis finished speaking, the Midnight Spider stopped in its tracks. He didn't dare to continue moving forward. He was afraid that if he continued moving forward, he would be affected. This Blood Sickle Dual Blades was the Bloodshed Mantis' famous ultimate skill. It was also famous among the evil races. With this slash from the Bloodshed Mantis, this human would probably be killed. Xiao Changtian had only taken a few steps when he heard a loud noise behind him. Turning around, he saw the Bloodshed Mantis charging towards him. He swung the shovel in his hand at the air in front of him, and the Bloodshed Mantis was also hit on the gravel beside him. The Bloodshed Mantis' body fell to the ground and shattered into pieces. "Strange, did I hear wrongly?" Xiao Changtian scratched the back of his head and said slowly. He clearly heard a bug-like voice buzzing in his ear. However, after he felt that there was no sound, Xiao Changtian continued on his way. All of this was seen by the midnight spider in the corner. At this moment, the midnight spider's heart was trembling as it watched Xiao Changtian leave. A human expert had arrived. He had to report to Third Divine Emissary Xia as soon as possible. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Take the money and run. 1. In a dark cave in the evil race's holy mountain. Lord Sacred Emissary, bad news. An anxious voice slowly sounded outside the cave. Then, the figure of the midnight spider appeared in the cave. At the same time, Xie San, who was sitting cross-legged in the cave, slowly opened his eyes. It's the midnight spider. What's wrong? Hearing the displeasure in Xie San's words, the midnight spider quickly responded. Lord Saint Emissary, something has happened. The sacred mountain snow lotus has been taken away by a human. And Lord Bloodshed Mantis, he was killed by that human in order to protect the sacred mountain snow lotus. What? As soon as the midnight spider finished speaking, Xie San's furious voice sounded in the air. Then an extremely huge pressure gushed out from his body. Human, it's the human race again. I didn't expect the human race to be so arrogant now. Xie San said furiously. Then he slowly stood up and said to the midnight spider, let's go. Bring me there. I want to see what this human is capable of. First, he suffered losses at the border and returned to his cave abode to recuperate. The most important snow lotus of the holy mountain had been taken away again. The human race was really going too far. Seeing how furious Xie San was, the midnight spider didn't dare to show any neglect. It quickly brought Xie San and flew towards the direction of the sacred mountain snow lotus. At the same time, Xiao Changtian was also looking at the map in his hand and moving forward. He looked up at the sky and muttered, it's getting late. According to the description on this map, this blackwood grass should be in a cave. It's just nice to go there for a night. At night, the wild beasts in the mountains would come out and move. He did not want to fight with them. Although he said that, a cave was faintly visible in Xiao Changshan's eyes. Walking into the cave, Xiao Changtian could hear the sound of water dripping from time to time. At the same time, a gust of cold wind blew from the four walls of the cave from time to time. Rubbing his palms, Xiao Changtian also lit up a piece of firewood. Under the illumination of the flames, the entire cave quickly became bright. So the blackwood grass is here. Soon, Xiao Changtian also found the blackwood grass in the cave. Xiao Changtian came to the side of the blackwood grass and took out a shovel from the bamboo basket. He pulled the blackwood grass up from the ground along with the soil. Whoosh! The interspatial ring emitted a bright light and kept them inside. Yes, the purpose of this trip is almost completed. Now only the flame flower is left. After collecting them, Miss Gua should be able to wake up. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian found a relatively comfortable place in the cave. This rock is relatively flat. Let's spend the night here. On the other side, the midnight spider quickly brought Xie San to the peak of the sacred mountain snow lotus. Where did he go? Xie San looked around, but didn't find Xiao Changtian. There were only the shattered bodies of the bloodshed mantis on the ground, and the traces of the holy mountain snow lotus being uprooted. Sir, when I left, that human was still. It's still here. At this moment, the midnight spider also said to Xie San in a submissive manner, Humph! Xie San's heart was filled with anger, as he threw a punch at the void in front of him. The trees in front of them fell down one after another. Then, Xie San made a strange gesture with his hand and let out a cry. Immediately after, a few figures rushed over from all directions and appeared in front of Xie San. These were the evil races in the holy mountain that belonged to Xie San's command. In the evil race, the ranks of the evil race were also divided into 3, 6, and 9 grades. And those who could live in the evil race's holy mountain were all bestial evil races. As for the humanoid evil race, because they looked similar to humans, their status among the evil race was not very high. Sometimes, he would even be ostracized by the evil race. Seeing these figures, Xie said viciously, "The sacred Lord Snow Lotus has been taken away by a human. I don't need to explain the seriousness of this matter. You won't be able to bear the consequences." After Xie finished speaking, those evil races also realized the seriousness of the matter. If this matter was not handled properly, they might be kicked out of the holy mountain. This was an extremely humiliating thing for them. "Don't worry, Saint Emissary. We will definitely find the sacred mountain Snow Lotus," the few evil beings said in unison, and then their figures flew out in all directions. After the evil race had left, the Midnight Spider had found a new leader from somewhere. Slowly moving to Xie side, the Midnight Spider said to him slowly, "Lord Saint Emissary, you must be tired. Why don't you sit down and rest for a while?" Xie saw the Midnight Spider's flattering smile and said to him, "You failed to guard the Snow Lotus of the holy mountain. Don't think that you can fool us like this. If you can't find the sacred mountain Snow Lotus, you won't have a good time either." After the Midnight Spider heard Xie words, it quickly responded respectfully, I know. Then he took out another cup of wine from his interspatial ring. "Lord Saint Emissary, please drink and rest." When he saw the fine wine handed over by the Midnight Spider, Xie gaze softened a little. "Looks like you're still tactful." As soon as he finished speaking, Xie unceremoniously took the Midnight Spider's wine. Then, Xie felt dizzy and pointed at the Midnight Spider. "Midnight Spider, you." The Midnight Spider looked at Xie who was lying on the ground, and was very nervous. At the same time, he wiped the sweat off his forehead. This was something he had no choice about. He had seen Xiao Changshan's strength with his own eyes. The bloodshed mantis was crushed into pieces by a casual strike from him. Even if the other evil races found him, they would die sooner or later. If he did not get the sacred mountain Snow Lotus back, Third Saint Emissary Xia would definitely drag him out to be a scapegoat. "Lord Saint Emissary, I wish you good luck." Looking at Xie on the ground, the Midnight Spider slowly said. Then, his figure disappeared into the darkness. Now he wanted to take advantage of the night to quickly take the money and run away. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Everyone be on alert. 1. On top of the evil race's holy mountain, a few evil race figures slowly landed on the top of the mountain. Then, they also discovered Xie who had fallen to the ground. "Lord Saint Emissary, wake up. What happened?" At this moment, a panther-shaped evil being helped Xie up from the ground. Then Xie slowly opened his eyes. Cough, cough, cough. After coughing violently a few times, Xie gradually woke up. "Where is the Midnight Spider? Where did the Midnight Spider go?" At this moment, Xie also said angrily to everyone, "Lord Saint Emissary, I didn't find any traces of the Midnight Spider." Seeing Xie's furious look, the leopard-type evil being hurriedly responded to him. "Bastard!" After hearing the words of the leopard-shaped evil being, Xie gathered the true essence in his hand and punched the void in front of him again. Then with a bang, a few big trees fell down one after another. "Your Excellency, what exactly happened?" At this moment, the panther-shaped evil being asked Xie in fear. "The Midnight Spiders have already betrayed the evil race and joined the human race." "What?" Xie's words caused a commotion among the evil race, and everyone looked at each other. "Lord Sacred Emissary, don't worry. I'll go and capture the Midnight Spider now, and let him experience the taste of our evil race's punishment." After saying that, the leopard evil being also stood up and walked out. "Wait!" At this moment, Xie stopped the leopard-shaped evil race. "You want to follow me to the cave to get the blackwood grass. After I absorb the blackwood grass, I'll be able to use the tracking technique. By then, neither the humans nor the Midnight Spiders will be able to escape." After he finished speaking, Xie brought the panther-shaped evil being and the others to fly towards the cave abode. Soon Xie and the others arrived at the periphery of the cave dwelling. "You guys stay here and guard. Without my order, no one is allowed in, understand?" Hearing Xie's words, the panther-shaped evil race beings nodded their heads. Then, Everyone got into their positions and did their jobs. After Xiaosan finished giving instructions, his body also changed. Then he transformed into a python. Hiss! Xiaosan let out a biting sound, and then walked into the cave. To absorb the blackwood grass, he naturally had to absorb it in its best form. Only in this way could it achieve the best effect. Soon, Xiaosan also entered the cave and saw Xiao Changtian on the rock. His pupils constricted as he stood up. What was that? This human had actually run into his cave abode. No wonder the leopard-shaped evil race couldn't find you. They really didn't dare to enter your cave abode. Arrogant, he was really extremely arrogant. With this thought in mind, Xiaosan also prepared to attack Xiao Changtian. Human die. Although he said so, Xiaosan also noticed that Xiao Changtian slowly moved his body on the rock. Then he stretched and sat up on the rock. It's comfortable. After saying that, Xiao Changtian also saw Xiaosan walking towards him. Wow! There was actually a snake in this cave. The moment he saw Xiaosan, Xiao Changtian also entered a defensive state. Taking out a shovel from the bamboo basket behind him, Xiao Changtian also attacked Xiaosan. As the saying goes, hit the snake 7 inches away. He still had to deal with this huge snake as soon as possible. When Xiaosan saw Xiao Changtian, he also glanced at him. Based on his investigation of Xiao Changtian, he was sure that Xiao Changtian was the weakest among the humans. It was truly hateful. Even the weakest human wanted to attack him. With this thought in mind, Xiaosan was also prepared to teach Xiao Changtian a bloody lesson. Then, he opened his mouth and revealed his poisonous fangs. It bit at Xiao Changtian, and Xiao Changtian saw Xiaosan opening his mouth. His body flashed, and he dodged at a strange angle. Then, he took the shovel in his hand and hit Xiaosan 7 inches. Aha! When Xiaosan was hit by Xiao Changtian, he let out a deafening cry. Xiao Changtian looked at Xiaosan and said slowly, I didn't expect you to be so tenacious. According to his calculations, the snake should have lost its ability to move. He didn't expect that he could still make such a loud cry. It seemed that he had been too lenient. With this thought in mind, Xiao Changtian also slapped Xiaosan a few times. Xiaosan felt Xiao Changshan's attack and was unable to resist. No, if this continues, I might really die here today. Where was the blackwood grass? As long as I absorb the blackwood grass, I can definitely kill this human. With this thought in mind, Xiaosan's gaze swept around the cave. Blackwood grass? Where was the blackwood grass? Looking around, Xiaosan didn't find any trace of blackwood grass. Then he felt his body rise from the ground. Xiao Changtian held Xiaosan in his hand and looked at him. He slowly said, It's a pity to throw away this snake. It's better to bring it back to boil soup. It's said that snake gall can also clear heat and detoxify. As soon as he finished speaking, Xiao Changtian also threw Xiaosan into his bamboo basket. After Xiaosan entered, the weapons in the bamboo basket also emitted waves of light. Xiaosan was trembling and couldn't move at all. At the same time, outside the cave, the panther-shaped evil being said to the few evil beings beside him, Did you hear His Excellency the Holy Emissary's screams? Did something happen to His Excellency the Holy Emissary? Hearing the words of the panther-type evil being, the pig-type evil being beside him shook his head. This is the cave abode of the sacred emissary. How could something happen? If something happens, won't the saint emissary call us? In this world, no one can stop the sacred emissary from transmitting his voice to us. Hearing the pig-shaped evil being's words, the panther-shaped evil being nodded. Perhaps he had really heard wrongly just now, but why did it sound so real? Following that, the leopard-shaped evil being also looked towards the entrance of the cave. At the entrance of the cave, Xiao Changtian was pouting and humming a tune. He was slowly walking towards them. The moment the leopard-shaped evil race saw Xiao Changtian, they were also shocked. Then he said to the other evil beings, There's a human. Everyone be on guard. As soon as he finished speaking, the leopard-shaped evil being turned back into his original form and stared at Xiao Changtian with a pair of leopard eyes. He was ready to attack Xiao Changtian at any time. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. It was Xie San 1, at the evil race's holy mountain, outside Xie San's cave abode. The leopard-shaped evil being looked at Xiao Changshan's figure, his eyes flickering. Following that, they exchanged glances with the surrounding evil beings, and were about to charge at Xiao Changtian. Sigh, it's so comfortable to sleep. At this moment, Xiao Changtian was also facing the sky, stretching his body under the gaze of the leopard-shaped evil race. Following that, the leopard-shaped evil race, and the others felt a powerful force pressing down on their backs. For a moment, the leopard-shaped evil beings all stopped in their tracks. It was as if a mountain was pressing down on his body, making it difficult for him to breathe or move. Under the surprised gazes of the leopard evil race, Xiao Changtian also walked towards another mountain peak. Whoosh! After Xiao Changtian walked out for a while, the panther-type evil beings finally let out a sigh of relief. Old leopard, what should we do now? That human is too terrifying. If he had attacked us just now, I'm afraid we would have been wiped out. Beside the leopard-shaped evil being, the other evil beings said slowly to him. The leopard-shaped evil being looked at the evil beings who were surrounding him, and his eyes were filled with uncertainty. The direction that the human left is towards Lord Xia 1's territory. I think we should go and ask Lord Xia for help. No matter how they thought about it, the leopard tribe still felt that the human invasion was a big deal. Moreover, it was such a powerful person. If they didn't report it, they would be in trouble. After hearing the words of the leopard-shaped evil race, the other evil races agreed with his approach. He followed him to the cave where Xia was. At the same time in Xia's cave, this was a cave filled with fresh flowers. All kinds of flowers in the cave were competing to bloom. At this moment, Xia and the other evil race saint emissaries were sitting around the cave dwelling. Everyone, there's no need to explain the purpose of our gathering here today. The invading beyond heaven's evil one has already gone to be the vanguard. We can't fall behind. After Xia finished speaking, the other evil race saint emissaries nodded. Since no one has any objections, let's start exchanging suggestions. At the same time, an anxious voice came from outside. Lord Sacred Emissary, bad news. Your flame flower has been taken away. The words of the evil race little demon were like a huge rock thrown into the calm surface of Xia and the others' conversation. At this moment, Xia was also looking angrily at the little demon who came in to report. Did you see who did it? At this critical moment, would there still be anyone in the evil race who would oppose him? When the evil race little demon heard Xia's words, she shook her head and said timidly, Sir, I didn't see it clearly. Trash! When Xia heard the words of the evil race little demon, he also slapped him. Following that, the evil race little demon's figure flew out. At this moment, Xia Wu also came to Xia's side and said to him meaningfully, Do you think it was Xia San who did it? Hearing Xia Wu's words, Xia suppressed his anger and looked at Xia San's position. Other than Xia Yi, who had already set off, he had invited everyone else to this gathering. But until now, the evil three had not come to him. The flame flower was as important to him as the holy mountain snow lotus was to Xia San. As he thought about this, Xia also had some speculations in his heart. This Xia San, could it be that he was trying to frame him in order to get a position? When the other evil tribe saint emissaries heard Xia Wu and Xia's words, they also understood something. Then they walked to Xia's side and comforted him. This Xia San is really despicable. What kind of situation is it now? Yet he still wants to scheme against his own people. Xia, I think we should go to his cave abode to take a look. Perhaps we can catch him on the spot. I think this will work. There can't be anyone else other than Xia San. Everyone was chattering away at Xia's mouth, and Xia's expression became gloomier and gloomier. He clenched his fists and said to everyone, Come, let's go to Xia San's cave to take a look. After saying that, Xia led everyone to Xia San's cave abode. As soon as Xia walked out of the cave abode, he saw the leopard-shaped evil being and the others coming in front of them. Xia San's men. Xia said gloomily when he saw the panther-shaped evil race being and the others. Then without another word, he went up and slapped the leopard-shaped evil being. Pa! The crisp sound of a slap slowly rang out in the air. At this moment, the leopard evil being was also dumbfounded. He looked at Xie and said slowly to him, Xie. Pa! Another crisp slap sounded. Xie also said to the panther-shaped evil being, Good. Is this how Xie-san taught you? You even dare to call me by my name when you see me. Pa! As he spoke, Xie slapped the leopard-shaped evil being away. After a long while, the panther-shaped evil being slowly stood up from the ground. At this moment, Xie slowly said to the leopard evil being, Tell me, why did Xie-san send you here? Needless to say, it was definitely not a good thing for Xie-san to send someone to look for him at this time. He had to teach them a lesson so that they would know how to speak. After Xie finished speaking, the panther-shaped evil being also knelt down before him. Lord Xie, bad news. Lord Xie-san, he was captured by a human. Although he did not know why Xie had hit him just now, the panther-type evil being still wanted to complete his goal for this trip first. When Xie heard the words of the leopard evil being, he was stunned for a moment before his voice raised a few decibels. What is it? You said Xie-san was captured? Yes, Lord Xie. A human came to the holy mountain and took Xie-san and his holy mountain snow lotus away. At this time, the leopard type of the evil clan also said to Xie hurriedly. He was afraid that if he spoke too slowly, Xie would slap him a few more times. Then he really wouldn't be able to take it. What is it? What did you say? The sacred mountain snow lotus was taken away by the humans? This time, not only Xie, but the other evil race saint emissaries were also shocked. They had thought that Xie-san was going against Xie. Now it didn't sound like that. With that thought in mind, the evil tribe's holy emissaries looked at Xie awkwardly. At this moment Xie muttered, In that case, my flame flower was also taken away by a human. When the leopard-shaped evil being heard Xie's words, he also said slowly to him, Lord Xie, I did see that human coming towards you. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Xie Sacrifice 1. The evil race's holy mountain, outside the evil second cave abode. The words of the leopard-shaped evil race fell into the ears of the evil race's holy envoys. At this moment, Xie also said angrily, Human, we haven't even set off yet, but they've already reached here. Leopard evil race, you did well. You will be heavily rewarded. When the leopard-shaped evil being heard Xie's words, he instinctively took a few steps back. Sir, no need. Previously, he had heard that Saint Emissary Xie had violent tendencies. It seemed that he did indeed live up to his reputation. I really don't want any reward. I just hope that you won't slap me a few times. Seeing that the leopard-shaped evil being did not want a reward, Xie did not say anything more. Then he looked at the group of evil tribe saint emissaries behind him. Everyone nodded at him. The humans had arrived at the evil race's holy mountain. There was no reason for him to leave so easily, not to mention that he had dealt with a saint emissary. Then, Xie and the others turned into a stream of light and flew into the distance. At the same time, Xiao Changtian was on his way back to human realm upon heavens. Along the way, Xiao Changtian was in a good mood. He had found all the herbs he needed. The next thing would be easy. He just had to go back and cook the medicine. He did not know the extent of Miss Gua's illness. As he thought about this, Xiao Changtian started to worry. Then he quickened his pace. At the same time, Xie and the others also arrived above Xiao Changtian. Look, that human is over there. At this moment, an evil race saint emissary pointed at Xiao Changtian and said to the others, Great! Human, you're actually walking so leisurely in our evil race's holy mountain. They really don't put our evil race in their eyes. Let me be the vanguard for everyone. At this moment, Xie Wu said to the others, Sai fifth brother, he's just a low-level human cultivator. There's no aura on him at all. Let me handle this. I don't want this human to dirty your hands. At this moment, Xieba walked out from the side and said slowly to Xie Wu. After Xieba finished speaking, Xie also said to the others, The two of you stop fighting. This human looks familiar to me. I definitely have a grudge with him. Everyone don't make a move. Let me deal with him personally. As soon as he finished speaking, the evil aura in Sies's hand had already surged violently. When the other evil race saint emissaries saw Sies's appearance, they did not want to be outdone either. However, the evil aura on their bodies gathered. He was ready to attack Xiao Changtian at any time, afraid that someone else would beat him to it. At this moment Xie, who was in the middle of the crowd, frowned and said slowly to them, "Don 11 know what you're thinking. Listen to me. Stand behind me and follow me." These people didn't see Xie and knew that the sacred mountain snow lotus was with this human. He wanted to take back the sacred mountain snow lotus from this human, so that he could claim credit in front of the Holy Master. When the other evil tribe saint emissaries heard Xie's words, they also shut their mouths. They didn't say anything. Since Xie had said so, they couldn't say anything. Then, Xie looked at Xiao Changtian below, and the true essence in his body surged continuously. "Human, how dare you take my flame flower? Don't even think about getting away with it today. Everyone follow me." Xie shouted and transformed into his original form, an eagle. He chased after Xiao Changtian, and Xiao Changtian heard the cries of an eagle. He turned around and saw Xie, who was attacking him. Why was this eagle charging towards him? At this moment, Xiao Changtian also thought of something. He transformed Xie into a giant python, and took it out of his bamboo basket. He said to Xie, who was in the sky, "I'm the one who killed this snake. Don't have any ideas about him. Otherwise it would be asking for trouble." Xiao Changtian waved his hand at Xie as he spoke. Seeing Xie in Xiao Changshan's hands, Xie was also furious. Was this human trying to show off something to him? "Human, do you know that you're playing with fire? By doing this, you're provoking the entire evil race." With this thought in mind, Xie also shouted at the surroundings. "Everyone, this human is able to capture Xie. It seems that his strength is not low. They'll attack from the front. You guys find an opportunity to attack them from the side. You must make this human stay." As soon as he finished speaking, Xie also attacked Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian saw Xie rushing towards him, and couldn't help but feel angry. This old eagle seemed determined to get his hands on the snake. Since that was the case, he could not blame himself. With that thought in mind, Xiao Changtian took out a slingshot from his bamboo basket. He drew the bow and aimed it at Xie, who was in the sky. Then, a smile appeared on his face. "Come down." One snake was enough to nourish everyone. But now there was an eagle. He could only reluctantly accept it. The long arrow flew out from Xiao Changshan's bowstring, and then went straight for Xie. Bang! Xie also felt a wave of pressure when he collided with Xiao Changshan's arrow. This human's strength seemed to exceed his imagination. No, if this continued, she might also fall into his hands. With this thought in mind, Xie quickly said to the surrounding people, "Xie, have you found a good spot? Hurry up and attack. I can't hold on much longer." However, after Xie finished speaking, Xie and the others were nowhere to be seen. "Dangerous, it's too dangerous." At this time in the middle of the void, the figures of Xie and the others slowly appeared. Fortunately we ran fast. Otherwise we would have been like Xie and become that person's prisoners. Fortunately, I wasn't so careless at the beginning. I still have to thank Xie. That's right. Xie sacrificed himself for us. Let's report this to the Holy Master. Human, an incredible person has already arrived. The few evil tribe saint emissaries discussed for a while, and nodded at each other. Then without turning back, he flew towards the void where the evil race's holy mountain was. On the other side, Xie couldn't block Xiao Changshan's arrows. After the arrow pierced through his heart, Xie's figure also fell from midair. Bang! Xie's figure landed heavily on the ground. At this time, Xiao Changtian also came to him. He placed it and Xie into his bamboo basket. "That's great. With this snake and old eagle, I'll be able to replenish myself when I get back. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible." Heavenly Tao Incarnation, I. At the foot of the evil race's holy mountain. The lava underground was constantly churning. At the same time in the void, a few miserable figures slowly appeared. They were CSC and the others who had escaped from the snowy lotus peak of the holy mountain. The moment they arrived underground, CSC and the others hurriedly walked towards the direction of the evil race's holy master. Holy Master, something bad has happened to the holy mountain. CSC kneeled in front of the huge tree that the evil race's holy master had transformed into and cried out to him. Immediately after, Xia Wu and the others knelt down beside CSC with a sad face. At this moment, the branches of the tree that the evil clan's holy lord had transformed into also emitted waves of evil energy. Wisps of evil energy gathered above the tree and finally condensed into a huge ghost face. Whoosh! The moment the ghost face was formed, its eyes emitted a scarlet light. Didn't I say not to disturb me if there's nothing? The words of the evil race's holy master, which were filled with anger, rang out in the ears of CSC and the others. Now was the critical moment for his breakthrough. Every time he woke up, it would slow down the pace of his awakening. This was not good news for the human realm upon heavens, whose offense had suddenly become stronger. Tell me, what is it? If you disturb me at will, your status as a saint envoy will end. When CSC heard the evil race's holy lord's words, he didn't dare to be negligent. Holy Master, it's a big matter. The sacred mountain snow lotus and the flaming flower quilt. Bye. What's wrong with the sacred mountain snow lotus and flame flower? When the ghost face that was the evil race's holy lord heard CSC's words, he frowned and said to him, the sacred mountain snow lotus and the flame flower were crucial to his breakthrough. He had also handed them over to his most trusted Xia Air and Xia San for safekeeping. Oh right, where are Xia Air and Xia San? Why don't I see their figures? Where did they run off to? As the evil race's holy master's voice rang out, CSC did not dare to hide anything. With his head on the ground, he faced the evil race's holy master and said in a mournful tone, Holy Master, Xia Air and Xia San won't be able to return. A few days ago, a human barged into the holy mountain and captured Xia Air and Xia San. He even took away the sacred mountain snow lotus and blazing flame flower that you needed. What? Hearing CSC's words, the evil race's holy master's ghost face turned ferocious on the spot. Bang! As the ghost face changed, visible cracks appeared in the surrounding void. It could be seen how angry the evil race's holy master was at this moment. Aren't Ling Zhu and the others trapped in the array by me? Even if they have the means to break through the formation, they don't have the energy to come to the holy mountain. Tell me, what exactly happened? CSC could feel the rage of the evil tribe's sacred master, and he pressed his head against the ground, not daring to raise it. Lord Holy Master, that's not an old man from the Righteous Path Alliance, it's a young man. Although he looks young, his strength is ridiculously strong. The few of us fought together with Xia Air. I didn't expect him to defeat Xia Air with one arrow. It was also Xia Air who helped us buy time, so we were able to escape from his clutches. Young man! When the evil race's holy master heard CSC's words, he let out a cry of surprise. When did such a mighty figure appear in the human race? Could it be that the recent rise of the human race is because of him? The evil race's holy master immediately thought of the key point. He had been puzzled before. Why hadn't the human race found a way to purify the evil energy for so many years? And then suddenly found it? It seemed that a genius had appeared in the human race. After so many years, there had been no trace of the human race's heavenly Tao. Thinking up to this point, the evil race's holy lord's ghost face calmed down and said to the people below, as far as I know, that person is very likely the reincarnation of the heavenly Tao. We were too careless all these years. However, at this point, the voice of the evil race's holy master's ghost face increased by a few decibels. Things aren't so bad that they can't be solved, CSC. Your subordinate is here. When CSC heard the evil race's holy master's words, he quickly replied, I order you to find Xie immediately and bring that human over. Lord Holy Master, don't worry. This subordinate will definitely complete the mission. CSC cupped his fists and quickly responded to the ghost face in the sky. Very good, hurry up and do it. I look forward to your good news. Following that, CSC and the others saw the ghost face that the evil race's holy master had transformed into in midair, before finally injecting itself into the huge tree. Everything returned to normal. As for CSC and the others, they slowly left the underground where the evil race's holy master was. After exiting the evil race's holy mountain, CSC turned to the others and said slowly, I didn't expect that person to be the reincarnation of the heavens will upon heavens. Fortunately, we didn't act rashly. Otherwise, hearing Xiefor's words, Xiewu nodded in agreement. You don't say. If it wasn't for the evil race's holy master being so wise, we still wouldn't know why that human was so awesome. The heavenly beyond the heavens heavenly axiom has actually reincarnated and cultivated to such a level. Xiewu felt a lingering fear as he said this. However, when Lord Holy Master comes out of seclusion, he will have the strength to devour the heavenly Tao. At that time, our evil race will definitely be able to occupy heavens beyond. At this moment, the other evil tribe Saint emissaries also said, Yes, let's stop talking. Let's hurry and find Xie. With Xie around, we must capture the human race's heavenly Tao. After everyone reached an agreement, they hurriedly got up and went to look for Xie. At the same time, in the divine world, in the 100,000 mountains, the sky was drizzling, and Xiao Changtian was holding an umbrella in his hand. He slowly walked out of the valley of the 100,000 mountains. Xiao Changtian soon arrived on the island after he got on the boat. At this moment, the elders were already waiting by the shore. Senior, you're back. When the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others saw Xiao Changtian, they all waved at him. After returning from the border of the evil race, the spirit Pearl Elder and the others also came to the 100,000 mountains. From the mouth of the great Sun Immortal, he also had an understanding of Xiao Changtian. After knowing that Xiao Changshan's heart had been tempered by the mortal world, he had also treated himself as an ordinary townsfolk. He greeted Xiao Changtian. It's you guys. Xiao Changtian smiled when he saw the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others. Look, it's still raining. Don't you know how to open an umbrella? Come take it. Xiao Changtian saw that the old men had come out to welcome them, but they hadn't opened their umbrellas yet, so he quickly handed them the umbrellas in his hands. At their age, it would be bad if they caught a cold. Taking the umbrella from Xiao Changtian, the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others couldn't bear to part with it. If he had known that this person had many divine weapons, he would still have felt different after seeing them. However, the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others also said to Xiao Changtian, Senior, it's not very good to give us such a valuable item. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. The heart of the human race, divine realm, 100,000 mountains. On the island, Xiao Changtian waved his hand at them after he heard the words of the spiritual Pearl Elder. This isn't anything valuable, it's just a broken umbrella. If you want, I can make 100 or 80 for you. Broken umbrella? 180? Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual Pearl Elder and the others felt bitter. With just the umbrella in his hand, no divine weapon in the Righteous Path Alliance could compare to it. This senior even said that he could make 180 of them. If the Righteous Path Alliance had these divine weapons, they would not have been suppressed by the evil race in the past few years. However, now that he had a senior, everything was different. At this moment, Xiao Changshan's voice was heard again. Old man, just take it. You never know when you might need it. While speaking, Xiao Changtian also walked to his own pharmacy and said to the great Sun Immortal, Daoist Big Sun, I have already finished collecting the medicinal herbs, but I still need to trouble you to help me. No problem, senior. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the great Sun Immortal also responded quickly. In front of such a big shot, it was really his greatest opportunity for the senior to remember him. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual Pearl Elder didn't hold back and kept his umbrella. Now was the time to fight against the evil race, so he could not be pretentious. A while ago, Xie led the evil race army to fight with them at the border. Originally, Xie's strength was on par with his. However, due to the fact that he had control of the evil race's holy master's grand array, if he fought with him, he would always suffer some losses. This also caused the human defense line to shorten a little. But now that he had this umbrella, the old man felt that he could fight Xie again. Then, the spiritual pearl elder followed Xiao Changtian to his medicine room. This is. Xiao Changtian took out the lotus and flowers from his interspatial ring. The spirit pearl elder was also stunned for a moment before he continued. Sacred mountain snow lotus and flame flower? Oh, I didn't expect an old man like you to be so knowledgeable. Xiao Changtian smiled at the spiritual pearl elder. However, this old man often went to the holy mountain of the evil clan, so it was normal for him to know these things. These two things made me look for them for a while. In the end, I only found them when I reached the evil race's holy mountain. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder nodded excitedly. Senior, you're really sacrificing yourself for others. At the border, the spirit pearl elder already knew that Xiao Changtian was going to the evil race's holy mountain. He knew that Xiao Changtian was going to the evil race's holy mountain to do something big. However, he had never imagined that Senior would actually take such a huge risk. He took away all the medicinal herbs that the evil race's holy master needed to break through. Senior, you've always been thinking about the human realm upon heavens. Xiao Changtian placed the sacred mountain snow lotus, flame flower, and blackwood grass into the furnace. It's not like what you said. This is what I should do. No matter what, Miss Gua had gone to the Li family for him, and was assassinated on the way. Although he was not the murderer, he still had a certain degree of responsibility. He couldn't just leave them be. Seeing Xiao Changshan's nonchalant expression, the old man's admiration for Xiao Changtian grew. He was indifferent to fame and fortune, and devoted himself to the human race. It was really a blessing for the human race to have a senior. At the same time, in the sky above the island of the 100,000 mountains, boom, boom, boom. In the sky, a thunderclap sounded, and the white glow of lightning shone on the island. The spirit pearl elder also looked up into the sky, his eyes cold. This group of evil beings who did not know what was good for them actually came here brazenly. Then, the true essence on the spirit pearl elder's body surged continuously. Old man, why don't you sit here for a while in this weather? It just so happens that I caught a huge snake and an eagle from the evil race's holy mountain this time. Just in time to make some soup. While speaking, Xiao Changtian also took out the snake that Xie San had transformed into, and the eagle that Xie had transformed into from his interspatial ring. Seeing Xie and Xie San in Xiao Changshan's hands, the spiritual pearl elder was a little excited. For so many years, Xie and Xie San had killed countless human compatriots. The righteous Tao Alliance was also thinking of getting rid of the evil race's Saint Emissary. However, the evil tribe's Saint Emissaries and the others were not to be trifled with. They could escape from their hands every time. Today he finally saw them die. At this moment, the eyes of the spiritual pearl elder could not help but tear up. Xiao Changtian patted the old man's shoulder when he saw the old man's expression. Old man, don't just stand there. Let's do it together. This old man was really poor. He was so excited when he saw two wild animals. However, it was understandable that at his age, he wanted to hunt in the mountains. He was afraid that the heart was willing, but the strength was insufficient. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder reacted and said to Xiao Changtian, Senior outside. Don't talk about outsiders. Don't think too much. Let's make soup. We can talk about other things later. Xiao Changtian also interrupted the old man from Lingzhu. This old man probably wanted to shirk something. After all, although these old men did not have a good living condition, they would not accept benefits from others. When she gave him the umbrella just now, this old man was also embarrassed to accept it. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder nodded. Perhaps he was worrying too much. How could the evil race senior in the sky not notice? Why presumably, Senior did not put them in his eyes. After thinking it through, the spiritual pearl elder hurried to Xiao Changshan's side. She helped him deal with the corpses of Xia Er and Xia San. At the same time in midair, Xia Yi's figure was faintly visible in the clouds, looking down at Xiao Changshan's medicine room. Fourth bro, you said that the human who just entered was the embodiment of the human's heavenly Tao. Yes, Lord Holy Master's deduction is absolutely correct. Xia Si stood beside Xia Yi and nodded at him. However, boss, this old man Ling Zhu is also by his side. That person is not weak to begin with. What should we do? Xia Si stood beside Xia Yi and said worriedly, Fourth brother, you don't understand this. Do you know what the biggest weakness of the human race and the evil race is? Xia Yi placed his hands behind his back and said slowly to Xia Si. Xia Si was stunned for a while, unable to understand. This little brother is stupid, please tell me. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Big brother help. Divine realm, above the 100,000 mountains. When Xia Yi saw Xia's confused expression, he sighed. Sigh. Fourth bro, we've been fighting the human race for so many years. Why haven't you seen them clearly? As he spoke, a blood-red energy ball appeared in the center of Xia Yi's hand. Whoosh! Wisps of evil energy swirled around the energy ball and were constantly injected into it. The energy ball also grew larger and larger, and finally began to spin violently. Xia Si stood beside Xia Yi, and he could also feel the shocking throbbing from the energy ball. Isn't the human race's most important thing? Xia Yi said slowly to Xia Si. At the same time, he aimed the energy ball in his hand at a room on the island. It's not that we have to attack old man Ling Zhu and that human. In that room, there was an aura that was struggling at death's door. Those humans will naturally go over to receive our attacks, understand? As he spoke, the energy ball in Evil One's hand also expanded to an extreme. Then, it flew out of the evil hand and aimed at Guo Yurong's room. Whoosh! The energy ball streaked across the sky and flew toward Guo Yurong's room. Beside Xiao Changtian, the spiritual pearl elder also noticed this. It was really hard to change the nature of these evil races. He actually wanted to attack the other humans on this island. With this thought in mind, the old man also wanted to block Xia Yi's energy ball. However, when he saw the calm Xiao Changtian in front of him, he gave up on the idea of attacking. Hey! At the same time, the old man sighed in his heart. He gradually understood the gap between him and Xiao Changtian. Facing such provocation, Xiao Changtian didn't care at all, concentrating on his own work. Moreover, after his strength reached the heavens, he even refined his heart in the mortal world. In terms of mental state alone, he had lived for so many years, but he could not be compared to his senior at all. In terms of temperament, senior was much better than him. Old man, start the fire. Xiao Changshan's voice woke the old man up. Xiao Changtian looked at the old man and muttered in his heart. As expected, people were old enough to be distracted while boiling soup. When the old man heard Xiao Changshan's words, he was about to activate the true essence in his body to start a fire. He thought of something, and a smile appeared on his face. He dispersed the true essence he had condensed, and took out a match from his pocket. A flame was ignited in front of Xiao Changtian. At this time, the energy ball created by Xia Yi was also very close to Guo Yurong's room. Xia Si saw that Xiao Changtian and the old man didn't do anything, so he said to Xia Yi, Boss, look at that person. He doesn't seem to have any intention of stopping us. Fourth bro, don't worry. Wait a little longer. They're just pretending. Xia Yi replied to Xia Si at this moment. At the same time he frowned. Normally, even if that human did not make a move, this old man Ling Zhu should have made a move, right? Why were these two humans not playing by the rules today? With this thought in mind, Xia Yi also quietly slowed down the speed of the energy ball. He did not believe that these two would really abandon the other humans. At this moment, Xia For continued to speak to Xia Yi. Boss, look, they seem to be making soup. What should we do? Why don't we find another way? No need, fourth brother. You have to believe in eldest brother. Don't look at them, just because they're making soup now. Actually, they're just playing psychological warfare with us. I'm sure that there's nothing in their pot. Really? Xie said to Xie in disbelief. Of course. If you don't believe me, you can take a closer look. At the same time, Evil once again slowed down the speed of the energy ball. No matter what, he did not believe that these two fellows could hold back. Even if he could, he definitely could not let them not make a move. Otherwise, how could he, this big brother of his, survive in the future? When Evil 4 heard Evil's words, a burst of evil surged in his eyes. He wanted to see clearly what was cooking in the pot. Seeing the things in the pot, Xie's eyes widened as he tugged at Xie's clothes. Big brother, look, isn't that second brother and third brother? Those two humans are going to stew them. What? When Xie heard Xie's words, he was stunned for a moment. Then, he looked at the pot in front of Xiao Changtian, and the spiritual pearl elder with evil eyes. Sure enough, just as Xie 4 had said, the evil aura on Xie 2 and Xie 3's bodies had been expelled. Moreover, it had been specially processed to make it look like human food. So it was like this. Fourth bro, I understand. Evil chi surged in Xie's heart as he said to Xie, Big brother, what do you understand? This old man Ling Zhu and Tiando's incarnation are obviously trying to use Xie air and Xie sand to disrupt our minds. At this time we have to be stable. If we are stable, we will win. As long as they go over to receive the energy ball, they will definitely be killed or injured. When Xie heard Xie's words, he also seemed to understand, and turned his head to take a look. He said to Xie, Big brother, your energy ball seems to be, I don't think so. What? When Xie heard Xie's words, he also looked in the direction of the energy ball. He saw that the energy ball he had originally cast had disappeared into thin air. That space could be said to be empty. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. At the same time, the sound of a few whooshing sounds rang out in the ears of Xie and Xie. Immediately after, Xie and the others saw a few large flags surrounding them. Big brother, what happened? What should we do now? Seeing these flags, Xie also felt a huge threat from them. At this moment, Xie was also panicking. Looking at the large flags around him, he was also a little afraid. When did such a terrifying thing appear in the human race? Fourth brother, I think we should go back and report to the Holy Master first. This situation might only be resolved if the Holy Master takes action. At this moment, Xie could not care less about his image as a big brother. Of course, it was more important to stay alive. If he didn't run now, he might not be able to leave. When Xie heard Xie's words, he asked again, Big brother, these flags have surrounded us. How are we going to break out? At this moment, an ice blue ray of light shot out from the flag. He charged towards Xie's location. Big brother, help. Xie 4 hid behind Xie, and the icy blue light hit Xie's shoulder. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know, report, so we can fix it as soon as possible. The evil race's holy master makes a move. 1. Divine Realm, 100,000 Mountains. Xie's shoulder was hit by the icy blue light. Then, a thick layer of ice covered Xie's shoulder. Aha! Xie let out a miserable cry. Then he raised one hand and slashed at his arm. Whoosh! Blood splattered in the air as Xie severed his right arm. If he didn't cut off his right arm in time, the ice would spread to his body. At that time, it would not be as simple as cutting off an arm. Taking advantage of the gap in the attack of the flag, Xie 1 pulled Xie 4's shoulder and flew out with the two of them. At the same time, the sky became clear again. A ray of sunlight shone down from the clouds. Sitting beside the pot, Xiao Changtian said to the old man, Old man Lingzhu, isn't it sunny now? In life, it's normal for it to be sunny and rainy at times. Let them be. As he spoke, Xiao Changtian picked up a rag beside him and slowly lifted the HD of the pot. Look, this is almost done. Give me a bowl of nourishing soup. Then, Xiao Changtian poured a bowl of soup and handed it to the spiritual pearl elder. Seeing Xiao Changtian pass him the bowl, the old man also stood up. He took the bowl from Xiao Changtian and said gratefully, Thank you, senior. Looking at the old man, Xiao Changtian waved his hand. I'll go to the pharmacy to take a look at the medicine, Xiao Changtian said to the old man, and walked into the pharmacy. In midair, the Nine Heavens God Sealing Formation also stopped chasing after Xie Yi and Xie. Following that, Xie Yi and Xie also fled into the void outside the Divine Realm. Looking at the Divine Realm, Xie Yi and Xie's eyes were filled with fear. I didn't expect the human race to have such a powerful array. Fourth brother, we have to quickly report to the Holy Master. Yes, yes. Hearing Xie Yi's words, the four of them also nodded their heads. How about this, fourth bro? You stay at the border and command the evil race army. I'll go back to the Holy Mountain and report to the Holy Master. Before I return, do not act rashly. Xie Yi regained his rationality at this moment. He thought for a moment and slowly said to Xie, Big brother, don't worry, I'll stay here. As expected of big brother's good little brother, Xie Yi's figure turned into a stream of light and fled into the distance as soon as he finished speaking. At the same time, in the underground of the evil race's holy mountain, in the void, Xie Yi's figure slowly appeared and saw the big tree in front of him. He knelt down on one knee and said respectfully to the tree, Holy Master, there's a problem with the humans. Whoosh! Wisps of evil chi rose from the tree, and the ghost face of the evil race's holy master appeared above the tree. Xie Yi, what's going on? Did you bring back the sacred mountain snow lotus and flame flower? The evil race's holy master's ghost face floated in midair. His expression was a little anxious. It could be seen that he was in urgent need of those two medicinal herbs. I'm sorry, holy master. I was unable to complete my mission. This subordinate was about to succeed, but that human suddenly set up another formation. The power of that formation is something that Xie Yi has never seen before. Kneeling on the ground, Xie Yi told the evil race's holy master about everything he had experienced in the 100,000 mountains. Xie Yi's eyes were filled with hatred as he looked at his right shoulder. Not only were second and third killed by that human, but I also lost an arm. Bang! Xie Yi's words also caused the ghost face of the evil race's holy master to tremble continuously. Heavenly Tao Incarnation. What a Heavenly Tao Incarnation. It has just appeared, and is already showing off its prowess. Aren't you afraid that the limelight will be too big? The evil race's holy lord's ghost face said slowly. Following that, the entire ghost face transformed in midair. In front of Xie Yi, he transformed into a human. After transforming into a human, the evil race's holy master also covered his beard and came to Xie Yi's side. Xie Yi, come with me. Let me personally meet that Heavenly Tao Incarnation. Looking at the evil race's holy master in front of him, Xie Yi's heart was filled with joy. With the holy master's help, even if you're the embodiment of the Heavenly Tao, you'll all submit to me. An evil aura wrapped around Xie Yi's body. And then the evil race's holy master brought Xie Yi out of the underground. He rushed towards the 100,000 mountains. At this moment in the 100,000 mountains, Xiao Changtian was holding a medicinal soup that had been boiled. He slowly arrived at Guo Yurong's room. Xiao Changtian sat at the bedside of Guo Yurong's bed and fed the soup to Guo Yurong one spoonful at a time. Seeing Guo Yurong's face getting redder and redder after the decoction entered her stomach, Xiao Changtian was also delighted. After that, Changtian covered Guo Yurong with the blanket and walked out of her room. After leaving the room, Xiao Changtian looked around. Strange, where's that old man Lingzhu? Then, he saw the remaining soup in the pot and scooped a bowl for himself. At this moment at the back mountain of the island, if you want to break through, you can do it here. However, you still have to control your movements. If you disturb Senior, I can't guarantee anything. The great Sun Immortal stood in front of the spiritual Pearl Elder and said to him slowly. After drinking the soup made by Xiao Changtian, the old man felt that his realm, which had been stagnant for many years, was beginning to crack. Knowing that Xiao Changtian was cultivating his heart on the island, he didn't want to disturb him, so he quickly asked the great Sun Immortal for help. Only then did the great Sun Immortal bring the old man to the back of the mountain. When they arrived at the back of the mountain, the spiritual Pearl Elder nodded at him, when he heard the words of the great Sun Immortal. However, the lightning tribulation O be breaking through might be quite large. Will it affect Senior on the island? Old man, don't worry about breaking through. As for the lightning tribulation, we'll talk about it when he comes. At this moment, the chaos ant in the bamboo forest at the back of the mountain slowly said to the spiritual pearl elder, the lightning tribulation would only appear on Master's Island. Upon hearing the chaos ant's words, the spiritual pearl elder no longer hesitated. He sat on the top of the mountain and began to break through. At this moment, the figures of Xie and the evil race's holy master appeared one after another in the periphery of the divine world. Xie, you said that the heavenly Tao incarnation and that powerful array are in this lower realm? The evil race's holy master looked at the divine world and frowned slightly as he asked Xie. Yes, holy master. Although the spiritual energy in this lower realm is thin, even the spiritual pearls are inside. Xie hurriedly explained to the evil race's holy master. Following which, the evil race's holy master no longer hesitated as his figure flew towards the divine world. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. The seniors had already taken everything into care, one divine realm, outside the 100,000 mountains. The evil race's holy master and Xie stood in midair. At this moment, Xie slowly said to the evil race's holy master, Lord Holy Master, that heavenly Tao incarnation and old man Ling Zhu are both hidden inside. Should we charge in now? As the sound of his voice faded, Xie was also eager to give it a try. With the evil race's holy master around, he felt much more at ease. The evil race's holy master looked at the fog on the mountain peak and frowned slightly as he stretched out his hand to stop Xie. She shook her head at him and slowly said, No hurry, I will ask you. How are the arrangements on Xie's side? The other members of the Righteous Alliance won't come over, right? On the top of the mountain, he could feel the origin energy of the human realm upon heavens. This kind of feeling was something that the evil race's holy master had only experienced when he was fighting against the heavens will of heavens beyond. He could still feel such an aura in a lower realm with such a low level. It meant that that person was really the embodiment of the heavenly Tao. He could not be careless. After all, the heavenly Tao incarnation represented the will of the human realm upon heavens. When Xie heard the evil race's holy master's words, he slowly said to him, Lord Holy Master, don't worry. Xie has already led the others to stall those people from the Righteous Alliance. It's impossible for them to come here in a short period of time. Xie did not dare to neglect the evil race's holy master's question, and immediately replied, Very good. Hearing Xie's report, the Holy Lord nodded in satisfaction. Follow me. After saying this to Xie, the evil race's Holy Lord took the lead and flew into the sky. His body stopped in midair, and evil aura surged in his eyes. It was the same evil skill that Xie had used before. However, it was now being used by the evil race's holy master. The scene inside the island was captured by him at a glance. At this moment, in the middle of the island, the ancestral dragon's body in the lake shook. Sensing that the evil race's holy master was spying on this place, he decided to teach him a lesson. Old dragon, don't attack yet. Although it's a clone, we shouldn't alert the enemy. After he comes in, we'll completely destroy him here. At this moment, the chaos ant's voice slowly sounded in the ancestral dragon's mind. Could it be that he was allowed to spy on his master like this? When the ancestral dragon heard the chaos ant's words, he felt a little resentful. Master, is that something that can be spied by the other party? The chaos ant's disdainful words slowly sounded, and then it looked outside the 100,000 mountains. After hearing the chaos ant's words, the ancestral dragon dispersed the true essence that he had already condensed and returned to the bottom of the lake. At this time, Xiao Changtian had also finished cleaning up the soup pot. Then he took out a few huge kites from his room. It's time to give these things to Diwu Zheng and the others. As he said that, Xiao Changtian also stood up to look for Yi Fan and the others. In midair, The evil race's Saint Lord looked at the kite in Xiao Changshan's hand and frowned. Then he slowly said to Xie Yi beside him, "Xie Yi, have you seen these things before?" When Xie Yi heard the evil race's holy master's words, he was also a little dumbfounded. He slowly said to him, "Holy master, I can't see anything." Hearing Xie Yi's words, the evil race's holy master also glanced at him. Then, the evil aura in his hand transformed into the shape of a kite in front of Xie Yi. "Lord Holy Master, I know that these are the kites that humans like to play with." Seeing the kite conjured by the evil aura, Xie Yi hurriedly explained to the evil race's holy master. "Kite? Yes, that's it." Xie Yi took out a paper kite from his interspatial ring. The evil race's holy master took the paper kite from Xie Yi and flipped it around in his hands. Bang! The evil race's holy master exerted a little strength, and the entire paper kite turned into ashes in midair. It's actually a mortal's item. I wonder what that person is thinking. How childish. At this moment, the evil race's holy master's gaze also turned towards the back mountain of the island. Following that, a voice slowly rang out in the evil race's holy master's ears. "Evil race's holy master, I didn't expect you to actually come to heavens beyond. Spiritual Pearl, why don't you come out and meet me?" When the evil race's holy master heard this voice, a cold smile appeared on his face as he spoke to the void, because he suddenly realized that he actually couldn't catch a glimpse of Ling Ju's figure. "If you want to meet, you can. But wait until I reach your evil race's holy mountain." The Spirit Pearl Elder laughed at the evil race's holy master's words. Now was the critical moment for his breakthrough. He had been at the peak of the creation immortal realm for many years. As long as he passed his tribulation today, he would be able to reach the legendary ruler realm. At that time, he would no longer be afraid of the evil race's holy lord, who was at the same cultivation level. When the evil race's holy master heard the Spirit Pearl Elder's words, he did not get angry, but he did have an imposing aura. "Lingzhu, your tone is not small. Didn't you want to fight me at the border last time? Now that I'm here, why don't you dare to come out? Or are you saying that you don't dare to come and see me at all?" At this moment, the evil race's holy master shouted at the 100,000 mountains. Not being able to capture the exact location of the old man made him feel a little flustered. One had to know that this had never happened in the previous holy war. The reason why the Spirit Pearl Elder could fight against him was only because he had borrowed the Heaven's Path Grand Array of the human race. As the uneasiness in his heart grew more and more intense, the evil aura on the evil race's holy master's body also grew more intense. "Since you don't want to come out, then I'll find you." As the sound of his voice faded, the evil race's holy lord turned into a huge evil vortex. In the whirlpool, streams of evil energy flew around the 100,000 mountains. In the back mountain of the island, the Spirit Pearl Elder sensed the evil race's holy master's methods. Cold sweat appeared on his forehead. This was the critical period for his breakthrough. If he was discovered by the evil race's holy master, he felt that he would not be given the chance to break through. At this moment, a voice rang out in the mind of the Spiritual Pearl Elder. "Old man, just break through. Master is here. What are you worried about? Stabilize your Tao heart, or else you'll miss this opportunity." Hearing the Black Tortoise's voice, the Spirit Pearl Elder's heart trembled. That's right, he was on Senior's Island. What was there to worry about? Thinking of Xiao Changshan's expression when he drank the soup, the old man seemed to understand something. It turned out that Senior had already calculated everything. When Xie Yi attacked, Xiao Changtian didn't seem to care. He was telling himself not to be distracted. Fortunately, he had comprehended it in time. With this thought in mind, the old man felt grateful to the Black Tortoise. If not for Black Tortoise's guidance, he would not have reacted yet. Then, the Spirit Pearl Elder focused on himself and broke through with all his heart. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Flying around the island, one divine realm, 100,000 mountains. On the island, Yi Fan and Diwu Zheng stood in front of Xiao Changtian. With a look of joy on his face, Di Wuzheng also said to Yi Fan beside him, "Eldest senior brother, why do you think Master called us over? Are we going to deal with that big guy outside? I don't know, but Master must have a deeper meaning for calling us over. Let's listen to Master." Yi Fan saw Di Wuzheng and spread his hands at him as he slowly said. Then Xiao Changshan's voice was heard. "Since everyone is here, I won't keep you in suspense. Today, I want to give you a surprise." Surprise! Xiao Changshan's words fell into Yi Fan and the others' ears, making them look forward to it. Then, Yi Fan and the others saw Xiao Changtian take out huge kites from his interspatial ring. "Look, the kite I promised you last time." Seeing these kites, Di Wuzheng quickly walked forward and said to Xiao Changtian, "Master, why are these kites so big? Are they different from the outside world?" Upon hearing Di Wuzheng's words, Lin Ruomiao and Daji covered their foreheads. This Di Wuzheng was still as mischievous as ever. What was the difference between them and the outside world? These kites were at least divine weapons if they were made by his master. At this moment, Di Wuzheng was also holding a giant kite in his hand. Heslily said to Xiao Changtian, "Master, how do I use this thing?" Xiao Changtian smiled at Di Wuzheng. Then he took the giant kite from Daiwa's hand and placed it in front of him. "You have to tie this thing to your body before you can use it." While speaking, Xiao Changtian also tied the giant kite to it. After he finished everything, Xiao Changtian slowly turned the thread. Meanwhile, Di Wuzheng's giant kite slowly floated into the air. "Master, I'm flying, I'm flying!" Di Wu placed his hand on the handle of the giant kite and said excitedly to Xiao Changtian. Tied to the giant kite, Di Wu felt that not only did he not consume any primeval essence, but he was also able to fly. On the contrary, the giant kite itself could absorb the true essence in the surrounding environment. It provided him with an endless supply of true essence, which meant that as long as he wanted to, no matter how long it took, he could soar in the air. Of course, Di Wuzheng was still trying to figure out the other functions of the giant kite. Xiao Changtian saw Daiwa's excited face and smiled. On the surface, these disciples of mine are not interested in cultivation, but now they have the opportunity to fly in the air. He's obviously very excited. Looking at Di Wuzheng, Xiao Changtian said to the others, "Yi Fan, don't just stand there. Everyone take one and fly around the island. The air above the island is a little different." Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Yi Fan and the others also understood in their hearts. He originally thought that Xiao Changtian didn't care about the evil race's holy lord outside. Now, it seemed that his master was going to make a move on that big guy. The air above the island was different. Didn't it mean that there were evil ripples? After thinking it through, Yi Fan and the others also put on the giant kites that Xiao Changtian had customized for them. Then, they also flew into the sky one after another. At the same time, the Spirit Pearl Elder at the back of the mountain had also entered the most critical moment of his breakthrough. A small true essence vortex had already formed above his head, and the true essence in his body was also continuously gathering. As long as he completed the purification and refinement of the true qi in his body, then the old man could be said to have completed his breakthrough. At this moment, in the sky above the back mountain, an evil aura slowly flew over. However, this evil aura had just passed not long ago when it immediately returned. Following that, the eyes of the evil race's holy master slowly appeared on this evil aura, and he looked down at the forest below. Looking at the spiritual pearl in the forest below, the pupils of the evil spirit shrank. "Good job. You're actually hiding here to break through. No wonder you don't dare to come out and see me. However, do you think you can break through successfully?" The evil race's holy master looked at the Spirit Pearl Elder below and sneered. Following that, this evil aura also formed a light pillar and attacked the Spiritual Pearl Elder below. "Go to hell," the evil race's holy master said loudly. At the same time, on the other side of the horizon, Di Wu was riding a huge kite as he slowly charged towards the evil race's holy lord. "Humph! You're courting death." The evil race's holy master felt Di Wuzheng rushing towards him and said disdainfully. In his perception, Di Wuzheng was just an ordinary human cultivator. Moreover, with his cultivation base, it would be like a mantis trying to stop a chariot. With this thought in mind, Di Wuzheng also came before the evil race's holy master. Di Wuzheng made a face at the evil race's holy master's eyes and said to him, "Bye-bye." As soon as he finished speaking, Di Wuzheng brought the huge kite and directly passed through the evil energy. Before the evil sacred lord could scream, the giant kite had already passed through the body of the evil sacred lord. The entire evil aura dissipated in the air. How is that possible? When the evil aura dissipated, the evil race's holy master's eyes revealed a look of disbelief. Without exception, the evil chi that attacked from the surroundings of the island towards the back of the mountain was intercepted by Yi Fan. They also dissipated in the air. When Di Wuzheng and the others were flying the giant kite, they discovered another use for it. Every giant kite carried a holy aura. Under the effect of this aura, the evil aura that the evil race's holy lord released also dissipated rapidly. At this moment, in the void outside the 100,000 mountains, the evil race's holy master's figure slowly appeared. However, at this moment, the evil race's holy master did not look so good. His face was pale, and he panted heavily. At the same time, sweat kept flowing from his forehead. At this moment, Xie also rushed to the side of the evil race's holy master and said slowly to him, "Lord Holy Master, what's wrong?" At this moment, the evil race's holy master was also leaning on Xie's shoulder as he said weakly to him, "Xie, quickly take me away." When Xie heard the evil race's holy master's words, he did not dare to be negligent. He carried the evil race's holy master on his shoulder and flew out. At this moment, the sound of the evil tribe's holy lord's ears rang out. Ding! 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 Aha! Along with the sound of the zither, the evil race's holy master's miserable shriek rang out in the air. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Counterattacking the evil race, one divine realm, 100,000 mountains. At this moment, Xiao Changtian was sitting beside the kite's string frame by the lake. In front of him was a zither. Although Xiao Changshan's fingers weren't as slender as a young woman's, his skill in playing the zither wasn't lacking at all. The beautiful sound of the zither slowly sounded from the zither and spread in all directions. At the bottom of the lake, Zhu Long was also enjoying Xiao Changshan's music. Under the sound of Xiao Changshan's zither, the ancestral dragon's body even lit up with a faint yellow light. The other demonic beasts on the island were not surprised either. They were all enjoying Xiao Changshan's zither music. Outside the 100,000 mountains, the evil race's Saint Lord's body quickly disappeared as Xiao Changtian played the zither. Xie, who was at the side, was unable to resist at all. He was turned into nothingness along with the evil race's holy master by the zither music. At the same time in the back mountain, the quintessential essence vortex above the spirit pearl elder's head also changed. It slowly flowed from the old man's head to the top of his head and into his body. As the true essence continued to be infused, the aura of the old man became more and more powerful. The moment the true energy was fully injected, the spiritual pearl elder slowly opened his eyes. Whoosh! A powerful aura burst forth from the spirit pearl elder. Then, the spiritual pearl elder slowly walked down from the top of the mountain and restrained his aura. Looking at Xiao Changtian, he muttered, "I can't repay Senior's kindness with my spiritual pearl." During the critical period of breaking through to ruler, Xiao Changshan's zither music had calmed him down. He successfully absorbed the whirlpool true essence into his body and completed the breakthrough from the creation immortal to the ruler. Whoosh! At this moment, the spirit pearl elder slowly exhaled. Then, he walked towards the island. He saw Xiao Changtian playing the zither by the lake and walked over slowly. "Thank you, Senior." Xiao Changtian finished his song and turned around slowly when he heard the voice behind him. "Oh, it's old man Lingzhu. Why, you liked the zither music just now too?" Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the spiritual pearl elder replied, "Senior's zither music is like the sound of nature, making people forget to leave." "Fine, I won't be humble when you say this." At this moment, Xiao Changtian patted the spiritual pearl elder's shoulder. After receiving systematic training, his zither skills had already reached the level of great success. No matter what, he was still a master-level existence. It was not an exaggeration to be praised by this old man. Then, Xiao Changtian walked to the side of the frame and slowly retracted the lines. Then, Di Wuzhengsong came to Xiao Changshan's side. When the Spirit Pearl Elder saw the huge kites on Di Wuzheng and the others, his heart trembled. From these kites, he could feel a holy aura that could purify evil energy. Thinking back to how Xiao Changtian was making the giant kite, the old man was also terrified. It turned out that Senior was prepared for all of this. And Senior had made all of this to deal with the evil race's holy master, who had arrived today. With this thought in mind, the spiritual Pearl Elder said to Xiao Changtian, "Senior, can I borrow your disciple?" Xiao Changtian was stunned when he heard the old man's words. Could it be that this old man really liked a young man like Di Wuzheng? That's right. Who wouldn't want to have children when they were old? Thinking so, he said to Di Wuzheng and the others, "Di Wuzheng, do you want to go play with this uncle?" Hearing that Xiao Changtian wanted them to leave, Di Wuzheng and the others were overjoyed. Then he said to Xiao Changtian, "Master, good." Seeing Di Wuzheng and the others having fun, Xiao Changtian said to the spiritual Pearl Elder, "Old man, if we go there, they'll be in your care." The spiritual Pearl Elder nodded in agreement. The reason why he asked Xiao Changtian for these disciples was because he thought about how the evil race's holy master's clone had been killed. Now his strength would definitely be greatly hindered. At this time, it was also the best time for him to lead the human race to attack the evil race and wipe them out. However, if he was alone, the old man felt that it was not very stable. However, Xiao Changtian was cultivating his heart in the mortal world, and the spiritual Pearl Elder couldn't invite him. After thinking about it for a while, the old man also wanted Xiao Changshan's disciples. The spiritual Pearl Elder was delighted to receive Xiao Changshan's approval. With the help of a senior's disciple, it might even reach his generation. He could completely eliminate the threat of the evil race to the human race. At the same time, in the evil race's holy mountain, beneath the ground, the branches of the huge tree that the evil race's holy master had transformed into rippled continuously. It caused the entire underground space to tremble. "Bastard!" The evil race's holy master's furious voice slowly echoed throughout the entire underground. The clone that had gone to the 100,000 mountains with Xie was the clone that he had condensed with his own cultivation. He had originally planned to go to the 100,000 mountains to retrieve the sacred mountain snow lotus and the flame flower. He did not expect that not only did he not retrieve the medicinal herbs, but he also lost his clone. It was really a double loss. At this moment, Xiesi's figure slowly appeared in the void. The moment Xiesi arrived in this space, he knelt down before the evil race's holy master. "Lord Holy Master, it's not good. The human race has gathered many armies at the border. Looks like they're going to attack our evil race. Holy Master, what should we do?" When the evil race's holy master heard Xiesi's words, he let out a burst of laughter. "Ha ha ha. The humans are coming to counterattack against our evil race. Ha ha ha." The evil race's holy master's laughter caused Xiesi's heart to feel a little terrified. Following that, he said to the evil race's holy master, "Sir Holy Master? Xiesi, your subordinate is here." The evil race's holy master suddenly called out his name, causing Xiesi's heart to tremble as he waited for the evil race's holy master's instructions. "I order you to give up the defense line at the border and gather all your forces on the holy mountain. At the same time, activate the protective formation of the holy mountain and the formation of the entire evil world." When he heard the evil race's holy master's words, Xiesi was extremely shocked. The evil race and the human race had been fighting for so many years, and this was the first time the evil race had to hide in the holy mountain. However, when he thought of the evil race's holy master's current state, he was stunned. Xiesi didn't dare to say anything. After he left, he quickly got to work. After Xiesi left, the voice of the evil race's holy master rang out from underground. "Human, do you think you have already won? Let me tell you, your nightmare has only just begun. I didn't want to do that, but you asked for it." 1. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know. Report so we can fix it as soon as possible. The Evil Race's Holy Lord's Abacus. 1. Heavens Beyond, Righteous Tao Alliance. In the Righteous Tao Alliance's alternate dimension, the Spirit Pearl Elder Di Wu Zheng and the others stood in front of the Heaven Tao Array. In front of them were also Righteous Tao Alliance cultivators wearing divine weapons and armor. At this moment, the old man said to the Righteous Tao Alliance cultivators below, "Everyone, we have been fighting against the evil clan for so many years. Today, we have called everyone here to tell you that we are going to launch a counterattack against the evil clan. This time, we must definitely trample through the evil race's sacred mountain." The Spirit Pearl Elder's excited voice slowly sounded in the ears of the Righteous Tao Alliance cultivators. Kill! 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 Some of the old cultivators in the Righteous Path Alliance might have suppressed the evil race for so many years. After hearing the old man's words, he raised his arm and shouted loudly. However, after a wave of commotion, some cultivators from the Righteous Tao Alliance walked out and said to the old man on the spiritual pearl, "Alliance Master, it's not that I want to dampen the morale of the Alliance. It's just that the evil race's forces are powerful. I'm afraid it won't be easy for us to fight." As soon as this cultivator finished speaking, it caused a commotion among the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance. Indeed, they would still be attacked by the evil race's Saint Emissary and the evil race in the next few days. Now that they were going to conquer the evil race's holy mountain, these Righteous Tao Alliance cultivators could not accept it for a moment. As if he had expected these people to say this, the old man slowly released his aura. Immediately after, a powerful aura rippled in the alternate dimension. Sensing this aura, the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance were shocked. A Righteous Tao Alliance cultivator said to the Spirit Pearl Elder, "Alliance Master, you broke through? What do you think?" The old man didn't respond to him directly. He just smiled at him and said, seeing the old man's expression, the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance were delighted. The Spirit Pearl Elder's breakthrough was because he had already reached the same level as the evil race's holy master. Then, the cultivators of the Righteous Tao Alliance cupped their fists and said to the old man in the Spirit Pearl realm, "Congratulations, Alliance Master." The Spiritual Pearl Elder looked at them and waved his hand at them. "It's all thanks to Senior that I was able to break through. With Senior around, our human race will definitely be able to completely wipe out the evil race." "What is it? There's someone more awesome than the Alliance Master?" The Righteous Tao Alliance cultivators were shocked once again. In the Righteous Tao Alliance, only the Spirit Pearl Elder and a few other old cultivators knew of Xiao Changshan's strength. Most of the subordinates of the Righteous Path Alliance did not know of Xiao Changshan's existence. After hearing the words of the Spirit Pearl Elder, their hearts were filled with shock. Seeing the surprised expressions of the cultivators below, the old man cleared his throat. "And this time, when we attacked the evil race, apart from this old man leading us, we also invited Senior's disciple." As he spoke, the old man also pointed at Yi Fan and the others beside him. "They will also lead us human cultivators to kill the evil race in the Holy Mountain." After the Spirit Pearl old man finished speaking, Yi Fan and the others also cupped their fists at the Righteous Path Alliance cultivators below. The group of cultivators swept their gazes over Yi Fan and the others. However, when he saw the equipment on Yi Fan and the others, they were all top-grade divine weapons. With these divine weapons, even a noob could become an expert. Moreover, the Alliance Master had personally found him. How could his strength be weak? The breakthrough of the Spirit Pearl old man and the appearance of Yi Fan and the others completely ignited the desire of the Righteous Path Alliance cultivators. In the past few days, many of their friends and family had died in the hands of the evil race. Now that they had the hope of defeating the evil race, they were naturally filled with the desire to fight. Then, the old man waved his hand, and the spirit ship that he had prepared earlier appeared in the air. "Army, listen up. Attack with me." At the same time, In the evil race's holy mountain, CSC knelt in front of the huge tree that the evil race's holy master had transformed into. At this moment, the voice of the evil race's holy master slowly sounded out from the tree. CSC, how did you do the thing I asked you to do? Holy master, everything has been arranged. The heretic race has all retreated to the holy mountain. The enchantment of the holy mountain has also been activated. As for the barrier of the evil world, as long as the holy master gives the order, it can be opened at any time. CSC knelt on the ground and reported to the evil race's holy master slowly. Well done. The humans are about to arrive. During this period of time, you have to let everyone take advantage of the time to recuperate, understand? At this moment, the evil race's holy master also reminded CSC. This subordinate understands. When CSC heard the evil race's holy master's words, he bowed and said, CSC, I know you have doubts, so why don't you say it? The evil race's holy master seemed to be in a good mood as he smiled at CSC. After the evil race's holy master finished speaking, CSC's footsteps stopped for a moment. Following that, CSC said slowly to the evil race's holy master, Holy master, this subordinate truly does not understand. Why do we have to give up so much territory? At this moment, CSC also voiced out the doubts he had for the past few days. Hearing CSC's words, the evil race's holy master laughed out loud. It's normal for you to have such doubts. However, do you know why our evil race has left evil demons in heavens beyond for so many years? When CSC heard the evil race's holy master's words, he was stunned for a moment. Evil demons were the natural spirits that had been completely purified by their evil energy. What did the holy master mean by saying this? With a face full of doubt, CSC slowly said to the evil race's holy master, This subordinate is slow-witted, please enlighten me, holy master. Although the human race is not strong, their reproductive ability is unique. It can be said to be the one who knows how to reproduce the most among the myriad races in the heavens. And look, those demons are the infected cultivators of the human realm upon heavens. Actually, the warriors who died before us have already secretly attached themselves to them, and will be reborn in the human realm upon heavens. At this moment, the evil tribe's sacred leader looked down at CF4. CSC, tell me, what if I trap those humans here? Then what should the humans do when the evil demons run amok in the human realm upon heavens? When CSC heard the evil race's holy master's words, his body trembled as he said to the evil race's holy master, Holy master is wise. Looking at CSC, the evil race's holy master shook his limbs. Alright, the humans have all arrived. When they enter, close the array. At this moment, the evil race's holy master looked in the direction of the border, as he spoke slowly to CSC. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.